I didn't want to be on the podcast today because I don't have pants on. It's like one of my insecurities. It's like I'm not podcast ready.
Is it bad that I just called that out?
I'm going thighs out with it. You know what I mean? Well, it's just one of those. I'm like, anytime I want to be on this podcast, I want to make sure I bring my jeans and look semi good.
Why? It's not on brand for you.
Well, it's just a thought.
I don't know. You know what happened? Week 1, Greg Miller put you in a box. And you've been struggling to get out of that box ever since.
He set the way for me, and I've been trying to follow the way.
I walk out of my car.
I had a month.
You show me the real you. Where the other day I get out of my car.
You.
I get out of my car, and Mike he's like this to the sun, like he's Michael Jackson. He's like, I'm a sun, like just getting sun on his face. Yeah. And I'm like, that's the real.
Just a little
Mike.
kiss, you know.
Not this buttoned up, three-piece suit wearing. God,
I'll tell you what.
You're
gonna get the real Mike today because I'm not sitting where Greg's sitting. I didn't want to sit on the far side. I want to be in the middle. Because this is where he gets the energy, he gets the vibe.
Earlier you were saying it's because it's Andy's seat.
Look, Greg doesn't even talk the whole time.
Tell me when Andy's on the vibe, you know what I mean? Yeah, he's staring at his computer. You're doing the Andy.
Just fucking host the show. You want to take the host seat?
You can just
want me to lay down on
it, bro?
You want to just fucking come in here, take my chair, punish me.
Yeah.
Punish me.
I'm gonna
You couldn't have
punish
taken Tim's. You couldn't have taken Nick's.
I'm not.
No, they were already sitting down.
I think this is a great opportunity to hijack the podcast and talk about the host chair.
Okay.
Because tradition of the host chair usually on the ends.
Yeah.
Of course, in Up and Noon, we fucked up because we didn't think about it. You were on that side. And then we rectified this side for the podcast now. But then Andy sits down because he sits down like a little Pomeranian on a shoe so he can be a little taller than me the whole time. Always. And then now we're here. Granted, again, love being close to you, love being able to touch you.
It's been too long, too. You weren't on the last podcast.
I know. I'm so bummed I missed it. Because I had so many great stories that I'm sure you shared.
Give me one of them. Give me one of your Tim stories.
Go out 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock at night, grab the cameras that were outside. Super happy the event went well. Nothing exploded. Very big milestone for me.
Oh, yes.
First big event we've thrown here. Nothing exploded. Fantastic. Go out, see Mike.
Yep.
I see one Chris Anka.
My dude.
Holding down the last table. Just having a sip, having a moment.
Sunset.
Chris calls me over. Like the Godfather. He calls me over.
Yeah.
And he goes, Nick. He goes, Nick, it's time to squash the beef between us. And we had a drink, we had a hug, and we squashed the pretend beef that we had for the audience.
Sure.
And that beef was tough. That beef was real.
That beef was.
You did
the
break
pretend
it.
beef we had for the audience.
Beef was
Nick
real.
says.
We haven't played Warzone since. So Nick did technically break Chris Anka.
Okay.
It's been 2 weeks.
We broke Chris Anka.
Yeah, I mean,
It's 50-50 on this, buddy. I'm not taking any more than blame than you.
I'll take 51.
That's not how he's colored the story up until this point.
Mike?
Yeah,
Mike called it. Said it's my fault?
Yeah.
What happened was I go through the stupid window that Chris told us not to go through.
Yeah.
And then Mike followed me.
Jam
So
right through
who
the
is the
door.
worst offender, Greg? The guy that does the crime or the idiot that follows him into the Walmart
Your
to rob the
wingman.
Walmart?
Your friend.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Come on.
50-50.
Maybe it's the doodler. Maybe he should have helped you. You know what I mean? Maybe he should have come as well.
I mean, he was like, please don't go. I want to win this game.
Please.
It's a fucking video game. Get over yourself, Chris.
That's
Anka,
right,
you know what I
though.
mean?
You don't understand.
You sleep till 1:15 every afternoon.
It's very important.
They don't have ranked games on the PlayStation. I get that. I understand that. But in PC, we rank our shit.
Is that accurate? I think they have to have ranked.
Yeah. They 100%.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Kind of Funny podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Greg Miller, alongside the master of the souls like Snowbike Mike.
Oh, what up, y'all?
How old are these shorts?
Old.
Yeah.
Old.
I don't say that.
I guess
from
high school.
I don't say that from a place of let's talk shit. I mean, like they look old, and I respect it because I have so many old Mizzou
I was just
shorts.
saying, I think we all can share it, especially Tim, and I know you for sure, Greg. The athletic shorts, right?
Yeah.
Those are something that you can just wear kind of forever, right? Like those are ones like you purchase them, you go back to Dick's, and you're like, wow, these are $50. Like I'm not buying a new wardrobe of shorts, and so I'm at that phase of like a lot of my shorts are old, but like I wear them at night. I might wear them out to the gym. I might wear them here to stay cool, but like. Okay, pretty much everywhere. You know what I mean? And so I'm wearing them a lot, but at the same time, I'm not ready to go out and just spend $50 times 5 or 7 to get a whole new selection, but I do need new selection.
Here's the problem, though, right? Is that the brand new basketball short, for whatever reason, never as comfortable as the 20-year-old basketball.
Never.
We should start a cottage business where we just break in people's basketball shorts for it and then sell them. I'll tell you what. Over the weekend, went up to Napa, went up to Calistoga.
Stogie.
So hot there. My wife beforehand goes, "Hey, did you pack?" And I was like, "I did not." And she was like, "You got to pack. Go pack." Yeah. And I was like, I do the same thing I always do. Where I just go, "Do it for me. Please just do it for me."
tight a Speedo.
And she's like, that is it. For whatever reason, that's a boundary for D. That
Really?
She's like, I'm not your mom. I'm not packing for you.
Okay.
And I go, cool, but how many times I got to forget my toothbrush? How many times? I forgot underwear last time. I was like, I am free balling, which and ended up working out fine because it's so goddamn hot up there. But I get up there. She goes, you should pack some basketball shorts. She's sleeping. And I was like, I'm not gonna fucking.
Do you have basketball shorts?
Yeah, I have like an old pair of soccer shorts when I tore my knee like 20 years ago playing turf soccer with Craig Barrett on.
Do you blame the shorts?
Yeah, I blame fucking Craig Barrett on.
Of course.
I was hungover,
Bro,
and I just wanted to smoke a cigarette. I get to this place. It's 110 degrees. It's nighttime. We're going to get ready. Get out of the shower. I was like, it's so fucking hot. And I look her dead in the eye. I go, man, I wish I had some basketball shorts right now.
Crushed it.
You
know what I mean?
I get it. I've moved on from the basketball shorts because I have the same Jordan ones that I had since day one.
Yeah, of course.
When I was 13 or so. The blue one's cool, Greg. You know what I'm talking about. And I love those things. And I rode them as long as I possibly could. But it did hit a point I was like, I want to class my life up just a little bit. MeUndies lounge shorts
There we go.
are what I found to be I've never looked back.
It
What's
is
a
a true
lounge
testament.
shorts?
It's lounge short is essentially, I mean, at least the ones I have, they're the size of the basketball short where it's covering a little bit more, but it's also has the big old opening,
Yeah.
But it has that micromodal fabric that they always like to talk about. So it's all nice.
Okay.
And they're even they're less. The problem I eventually had with the basketball shorts is the layers. How many layers of these things that they're too thick. You know what I mean? I just want I want like a sheet on me. I want as little layers.
You want
layers
just
as
enough
possible.
that you go outside and you're not hiding it all, but you're hiding a little bit.
I want them to be able to see a little bit. You know what I mean? Only if they're looking, only if they want to.
Yeah.
You know? But yeah, the basketball shorts. I just feel like there's too many layers because there's like the outside layer, the inside layer. They come together. There's like that.
Yeah.
Sometimes there's you get a hole, and you're not gonna throw them away just because there's a hole.
I mean, you want to talk about that? I got 2 pairs of sweatpants that I've had for like 5 years that I sleep in, and they both have holes this big in the crotch. To the point where it's like
easy access.
It gets a little drafty at night when I go to I get up to go to the bathroom. I'm like, okay, well I gotta throw these.
I'm hanging brain.
MeUndies is a testament to their quality. You have been repping them for years. They haven't sponsored us in like 10 years.
It's been a while since they've sponsored
What up,
us.
MeUndies?
I'm still here. I'm still wearing them every day of
come
my life.
back.
My socks,
They're
my
like,
undies.
The way Tim talks about them is actually pushing people away from the brand.
Perhaps
They're trying to stop
I
us.
love their lounge shorts
Cease and
so
desist
much,
letters
man. Like their shirts are so good. They're still my go-to shirt. Like
man, they're
if you just
interesting.
want a nice black shirt, MeUndies, man, it's the move.
I'm always a mesh shorts boy. I like mesh shorts. That's
How
my
meshy
go-to.
though?
Like
see-through?
I mean, I've just noticed that, you've seen the short shorts I've been wearing lately.
Yeah, I love
the new trend is like right up to the mid thigh, but they're like that plasticky kind of vibe.
Yeah.
They're not
Yeah.
breathable.
Break,
They don't have
they like windbreakers.
Yeah, they don't have enough room as well. They want to keep you really tight. It's like, no, I just want the mesh shorts like back in the day. What happened to that? And Nike has been like, no, we don't do that no more.
Yeah,
it feels
champion though. Champion, the tried and true champion.
Of course.
They'll always be there for you. Real quick on this topic, for my honeymoon in a couple weeks,
No
months.
shorts.
I don't even know. We're going to Mexico.
Dumb duck.
I'm getting the water. I need some new bathing suit,
Nice.
right?
Yeah.
And so I'm looking at all the different options. I found some that I like.
Too
and-
good for the kind of funny one?
What's up?
Too good for the kind of funny one?
Well, you know me. Yeah.
Well, also you got you go on a vacation. It's like 10 days. You got to wear multiple suits.
You got
Yeah,
like
you
a
could've
multiple
just said-
That's a
layers.
better cover.
That's what I
you
would've
know me.
said.
I would wear the kind of funny merch.
So I'm looking, and the trend over the last couple of years has been the short inseam. Back in the day, the inseam you're talking 7-8 inches. Then over the last couple of years, like a 5 inch is kind of the standard.
where you
which
wanna
is
be.
Absolutely insane.
Tight.
When I went to buy
This
these,
is huge.
4-inch inseam I saw, and I'm like, I'm doing it.
There's a weird vibe at my jujitsu gym where they wear because they'll wear like kind of wrestling shorts, like combat fighting shorts. And there was a while there where they were trying to see who could get the shortest before someone was like, we got to stop.
There
this.
has to
we
be a
got to
stop
draw
here.
the line here,
Yeah.
guys. It got pretty short.
I'm pretty excited about a 4-inch inseam.
4 inches is you're gonna feel the modesty
breeze.
go out the window. We'll just say it that way.
Gotta
I
let
love
it
it,
out.
dude.
You're gonna be
Let
showing a lot of
those
people
thighs
Let
out.
the thighs out, skies out,
I
thighs out,
love
man.
that. Yeah. Do y'all wear actual traditional swimsuits?
Yeah.
Or swim
Gotta have the
shorts?
mesh.
because I wear
Need the mesh.
MeUndies and then just basketball shorts. That's my go-to.
Hold on.
No.
You're
When
fine.
Anytime I swim, that's what I
You're
wear.
in the water wearing underwear.
Correct. I
Wow,
wear.
Mike, what?
Yeah.
So gross.
I don't want to wear a swimsuit. No,
I got
keeps
the
everything.
Mizzou trunks. I got the kind of funny trunks.
Really?
Yeah.
With the inseam of the swimsuit
That-
inseam
like,
and stuff?
yeah, like they
the
got the
netting, mesh
net,
netting,
yeah, the
whatever.
old net, yeah,
Really?
yeah.
No, I haven't worn those since I was a child. There was a certain age where I just stopped that, and it was basketball shorts, maybe a pair of underwear underneath. We're on. That's it.
I lounge too much for that.
Okay.
I'm laying down. Legs are up in the air. I don't know what's going on. I don't want to
Yeah.
be flashing people on the other side of the adult pool. That's why I gotta have the mesh. Always the mesh. I got
Yeah,
chubbies.
mesh
I'm still
for
fucking with
protection.
chubbies, which I love.
Mhm.
I got a nice, great pair from Bruca RVCA, and I just bought a pair from Todd Snyder on the way up to. I was like, I found this really nice pair of. Made me think I'm in Nantucket. Nice.
Yeah.
You know, because for me, here's always been my problem with the bathing suit. First off, I don't know why I married a woman whose all-time favorite thing to fucking do is to lay out into the heat for days on end. It is my least favorite thing to do. And it is a testament to how much I love my wife and how much she's willing to put up with me complaining about it. Because I will sit out there and I'm like Greg whenever Greg has to get a haircut. I just fucking power. I'm like, I don't want to fucking be. So being in a bathing suit that doesn't give me a muffin top is like paramount.
So you're wearing a one piece. You look like the Big Show.
Dude, I would. Honestly, if I could, I would.
Yeah.
Because my one thing I hate is I'm like, I don't want to put the shirt on every time I have to go to the bathroom. But I don't want to walk by all the people in the pool with and then trying to like suck it
Oh,
in, but like
Nikki,
pull it up
you
where
have
it's
such a
supposed to
great
be.
Don't
physique.
worry about it. Nobody's looking at you.
Found this Todd Snyder bathing suit, put it on. I'm like, doesn't even need the drawstring. Just a little bit of like a little bit
A
of
little zhuzh.
yeah, a little zhuzh
Yeah.
with the elasticity. Then I tie it to make it look like I had to tie it, but no, it's more like a loose bow.
Got it.
You know, perfect. Felt great the whole weekend.
I
And
got big news for you guys.
Yeah,
Me, Jen, and Ben,
yeah.
we're beach people now.
Beach people.
Big news.
Yeah,
Damn, that's lit.
yeah. Jen, we were at Costco a couple weeks ago because that's what we do now. And they had the Tommy Bahama beach chair. All right.
Oh man.
And Jen's like, let's buy two. And I'm like, over my dead fucking body. I'm like, we have gone to the beach once and enjoyed it. Ben, of course, loves the water. Cole loves the water too. So we're out there and it's like, okay, but I'm not committed enough to beach life to buy another chair, to buy two chairs. Buy one. I can lay in the dirt.
Yeah.
I don't care. I'll be fine. I'll lay on the we have a parasol that she bought last beach season. We never used. That was the canary in the coal mine of how much money I'm going to invest in being a beach person, right? We never used it. Then we used it this one time. We had a good time. You've seen lovely photos, I'm sure of it.
Yeah.
Then we buy this beach chair. I'm like, all right, fine. This weekend rolls around. And they see the thing is, of course, beaches, especially as nice as the weekend we just had, right? With the weather being so hot here in the Bay, which it usually isn't. Beaches, they fill up fast. But cheat code, everybody. When you have a toddler that wakes up at 6:30, you're ready to fucking go to the
Yes,
beach.
you are.
So
You're
early.
there the day
You beat
before.
the crowds.
Yep,
You beat
yep.
the crowds. So we woke
Sir,
up.
it's illegal to camp here. No, we just have a child.
We had a lovely time at the county fair. We woke up with Lucy. She stayed over on 4th of July. We made hot dogs. Great time. County fair. Woke up
awesome.
Friday morning. Auntie Luce, get in the car. We're going to the beach. We go to the beach. We get there. Set up the parasol. Set up the things. Ben's in his swim trunks and shorts in the fucking freezing Pacific Ocean.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Just out there having a ball. I come back around. Lucy's sitting in the one Tommy Bahama beach chair. Jen on the dirt. I get on the dirt too. I'm fine with it. I don't mind this life. But then Lucy goes to the bathroom at some point. I'm like, let's try out this chair. I sit in this chair. Next day we're at Costco. I'm looking for that second.
I'll tell you
Bahama
what.
chair.
Every once in a while at the Target, they got I don't know what I'm not familiar with this bougie brand of Tommy Bahama chair that you're buying.
Tommy Bahama would
I know
be
Tommy Bahama, but I don't know.
basically Margaritaville. Like, I don't think it's bougie. All right. It's the accessible, I go to the beach.
But I see him and I want to buy one every. I mean, do you want to buy one every single time? But we just don't have a place to like.
What is
store
it?
The fucking old school ribboned fold out beach
Oh,
chairs.
yeah.
And I
yeah.
love them so much. I have that art piece hanging in my office at home. That is
Yes.
those two things.
Yeah.
Because this guy Patrick, who does this art, I think he said, I'll find it for everyone. That is his specialty. He just does that chair.
Yeah.
And like different versions of it, and it's so nostalgic. It was so nostalgic for me to see that because my parents used to put him on the lawn, drink a beer with Susie and Gil next door, and they'd come over, and it would just be a hangout time. That every single time we see one, I'm like, we should buy a couple of those, and just like it's the one. Yeah, literally, it's the like any of those. Mostly one of the top left actually. Is
He
what I'm
likes the
thinking
Yeah, I
of.
was going to say second in, right?
Yeah,
That's
right.
what I think of.
Oh.
I think of those, but I think specifically of the one at the top left. These ones are the ones that were always hilarious because they'd stick to your back.
Yeah.
If you go back when that's the one I always used
This
to
is
have.
a Grandma Miller backyard special.
These are the ones where like
Yeah.
they would
That's
kind of
old.
$70.
$70.
Yeah, bro.
They are, I mean, don't get me wrong,
why he's a
I
one
understand
chair.
it, but like
One
you,
chair
that's
guy.
the one you get at Venture or Kmart for $10. You know
My
what I
favorite
mean?
thing too is
Piece
these
of
are
shit,
the
it would
ones.
collapse under you eventually.
Yeah, they would either collapse, they would either break, they would either rust, or the fabric would sort of cut your legs like a grass cut.
Yeah.
You know, like when you get cut by grass.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun.
The
But
thing
here's
about
the
me,
downside, real quick, sorry.
Yeah.
They didn't have, you know how Costco, they used to go with what the deals are. They didn't have the chairs anymore. But when Jen picked up the Tommy Bahama
Wait,
cooler
Google
backpack,
Tommy- I wanna see
I was
what
like,
the
put
Tommy
in the
Bahama
fucking
chair is.
card. I'm not making this mistake again.
I want the lore of Tommy Bahama.
Kevin, can you Google Tommy Bahama chair? Bahama.
Then she saw
Beach
the
chair?
Tommy
like to
Bahama
see this,
cart.
please.
And they're
Yeah.
like, we're stopping there. Because we have enough.
You can't be overbranded.
I already said we already have with the Veer wagon at home. And I was
Yeah.
like, we don't use that thing enough. We'll start tossing shit in there.
Yeah. The thing,
Yeah, you're a whole
I'm
beach
on your
family
side though.
now. You got a lot going on. You got to carry.
We're going to support this kid. He wants to be out on the beach. He wants to be out there covered
Everything
in
he wants to do?
sand.
Is that it?
Coal
right there?
getting swept away. That's it.
Watch out.
I went to the beach on 4th of July,
Ooh.
and it was very much a victory lap after the wedding of like, I ain't going to do shit.
Yeah.
I normally would not want to do that. And,
Yeah, you hate
I
outside.
still
like the
didn't
opposite
want
of
to
it.
do
Yeah,
this,
it's-
but
you're like me.
Anyway, ended up at this place with Gia and a couple of her friends. Friends that I'm fine with, but you know. So I'm there with these people. I'm just like,
It sounds horrible.
here we are on this beach, and G's like, all right, like I'm gonna bring a beach blanket. Do you want me to bring a beach blanket? No, I don't want you to bring a beach blanket. She's like, no, Tim, you're gonna want one. I'm like, I'm not. She's like, okay, we're gonna bring these chairs. Do you want me to bring you a chair? I'm like, no, I don't want you to bring me a chair. And she's just like, why? What are you talking about? Why would you not want one? I'm like, we're going to the beach. I'm going to be in the water. I'm not gonna be sitting here in the fucking sun roasting. Who was right? Me. Who was alone in the water? Me. For hours.
Yeah.
I was out there. She was just, I don't know what the fuck she was doing, but I was having
cold
the
was it?
time of my life. Cold?
Yeah.
Oh, it was perfect.
In the water?
Oh, it was fantastic.
But it was cold.
No.
No?
It was great. Oh, yeah. No, it was awesome. There was some place called Chicken Ranch Beach. I don't fucking know. It's up in Marin.
Oh, okay.
But anyways, it's like
Well, look,
past,
I'm a
past
beach
know
person
it.
now.
I-
So-
past Stinson
Write
Beach.
it down. Write it
I
down.
my
Chicken
beach,
Head Beach?
Chicken Ranch.
beach adventures stopped when I moved up to Northern California.
Yeah.
Because the water and the weather up here was just not permitting enough for me. Especially as if I may, a SoCal boy.
Oh, yeah.
Coming from like that mid 90s heat, and doesn't matter how cold the water is, you're like, I'm going in it no matter what because I'm fucking dying. Coming up here, I'm like, this is a trap.
Do they have a snack bar? Can I get a beer there?
No.
Nah,
But you
that's-
could bring them.
More importantly,
Sure. I got the cooler backpack.
Oh,
now.
there's like maybe like 5 blocks away. There's like a whole little market area. So we stopped off there, got a whole bunch of shit.
it's not a beach. It's not a real beach unless it has two things. One, a shop where I can get a chipwich that's immediately got sand in it. Just the second I take it out, how did it get sand in it? And then two, the shower / beach bathroom combo that
Yeah.
smells like dead fish and
Yeah.
shit at the same
yeah.
time.
Oh, yeah.
And no matter what it is, the flushing mechanism
Don't
is just
touch
something
it.
you don't want to
Don't
touch.
touch
You,
it.
shouldn't be
never want to
touching
touch that.
Never touch that.
Thanks,
Never.
Kevin, for the chip push. Real quick, off of the Wikipedia page, the history of Tommy Bahama, all right? Tony Marigold, Bob Emfield, and their wives.
Does all their names
No, they
spell
don't, need to
Tommy?
be, they don't need to be, I'm sure. Dreamed up the idea of Tommy Bahama, a lifestyle of never leaving the beach. In 1991, Tony and Bob discussed their concept with Lucio Dalla Gasparini. From the onset, the three envisioned the kind of upscale casual apparel Tommy would wear, printed silk shirts and tailored pants for island living.
Silk shirts.
Yeah,
Oh, Tommy
basic
Bahama's
clothing
like
on the concept. They founded
bougie.
Tommy Bahama Group. It's basically fucking Jimmy Buffett. Like you listen to Jimmy Buffett, you're
Yes.
wearing Tommy Bahama.
I
And
remember-
apparently, I do now.
I remember going to the Cheesecake Factory at the Fashion Island in Orange County in Newport Beach. They had a Tommy Bahama store there. And I used to think to myself when I was in college, I was like, this is the height of luxury.
Yeah.
If you could afford a $200 Hawaiian shirt from Tommy Bahama, you must be fucking living your life. And then I saw the guys that wear them and I was like, oh, these are like,
I've never
these are
heard
like
of this
50-year-old divorcee,
Yeah.
like lawyer doctors who were
That
trying to
checks
get a
out.
trophy wife. Yeah, it was pretty bad. I might go full tilt into the Hawaiian shirt phase.
Go for it.
I don't want Barrett to be the only one wearing the button downs here, you know?
I wear button downs once in a while. That whole thing, collar shirt era.
Yeah,
remember?
He had a
for a
whole
while.
thing.
Yeah. How's that now?
I didn't like committing to it all the way. I've gotten more Roosevelt shirts, and I think that'll bring it back to a
Roosevelt.
degree.
What's a Roosevelt shirt?
The ones I
pretty
wear,
good
the
looking.
bluey shirts,
Yeah.
the all over print shirts you see me wearing. I know you don't look at me anymore.
No, I
We're
never see you.
We're so fucking gone in this marriage now. When
We're
we
ships
fuck, you don't even
passing in
look
the
me
night.
eye.
Don't look at me anymore.
Look at that. Look at those shirts. Dynamite. You know what I mean?
Those are cool.
Roosevelt's, everybody.
Why are they called Roosevelts?
Teddy Roosevelt. He was a fashionable man.
He used to wear shirts like that?
Or button-downs.
No. He used to wrestle bears or something. If you don't remember, everybody, this is the Kind of Funny podcast each and every week. 4, sometimes 5 best friends gather on this table, each come to talk about whatever is going on in their lives, like becoming a beach person. All right? I had a burger at the beach. So good.
Hell
You know
yeah.
what I
So
mean?
did I. It's good.
Did you make it?
Fuck no. I told you there was a place 5 minutes away.
5 minutes away. Who's got time for
You
that?
made a burger on the beach?
No, I bought it from a snack bar
Oh.
very close to the beach I was at. You know what I mean?
I
Like,
thought you
come
were
on.
bringing out a little mini grill. Okay.
No, we're not there yet.
Okay.
Don't
Yeah.
don't count me out. You know
Yeah,
what I
yeah.
mean? Because again, who knows what Costco will have next week and what I'll become. You know, I let Costco decide.
Yeah,
Maybe
I love
Tommy
that.
Bahama
I
will
love
start
that.
selling water. Get some Tommy Bahama water.
Of course, ladies and gentlemen, each every week we come to you. You can watch us live if you're a Kind of Funny member, just like Langley M. Neely is. Just the tallest, lankiest fuck I've ever seen in my life, this
Real
guy. I don't know if you know, Slender Man based on Langley M. Neely.
Makes sense.
You
Did
just
not-
don't need to do it.
Did not
you know?
know.
We went down the path already.
reached in the
We
bag.
already had to beg for forgiveness, and now here we are again.
The best
Greg.
part is I'd see him coming. He'd take so long to duck under the door, I could get out.
You just hear
We
this.
love you,
You
Langley.
hear this. You hear this. Thump. Thump. Like 2 doors down. Thump. That was the 3rd
It'd be
door.
that thing
Keeps
where
hitting
his
his head.
spindly fingers going. You know?
Like, is he a monster, a mime? We don't know. We don't know. What it is.
Langley loved it. He told me he loved it, so
I
that's
know,
why we're
I
doubling
know.
down. Not like Burt
No, I
May.
don't know if you
Never
double
came-
down.
Burt
You
Meg
know what I
never came back.
Never came back.
When somebody loves you being an asshole to them, it doesn't mean I should do it more. It means, oh, we had a nice time, you know? We
Kev,
can
I'm gonna
move
need more
on.
asshole
I
juice
just
when you get this.
couldn't disagree more.
Flux, man.
That's the nastiest thing you've ever asked for.
What
I'm
is
gonna
that?
bring you the asshole juice.
Yes.
But it's
Yes.
disgusting.
If you're an audio listener, I mean another beer. All right, don't
They
worry
know.
about it.
Give me
I
the
hate- I
asshole juice.
You know what I mean? That's what I'm
Yeah.
about.
What do you got there? Voodoo Ranger?
Yeah,
Nice.
a delicious beer.
Yeah. They provided a whole bunch for the wedding.
Very nice of them.
Shout out to the homies over
Very,
there.
very nice. Of course, if you have no bucks to toss our way and get that Kind of Funny membership, which would get you all of our shows ad free, get you the ability to be insulted live as we record the podcast, and get you the daily exclusive show / podcast known as Gregway. No big deal. The Kind of Funny podcast posts on youtube.com/Kind of Funny Games and podcast services around the globe, usually each and every Tuesday. Like, subscribe, share, and more. Of course, we'd be nothing without all of you and your support. So we thank you so much. Thank you, Kevin. You in too now?
Fucking guy.
My fucking guy. It wasn't wide enough.
For
but he
sure
did
that was
it.
for Kevin.
Kevin was
For
just-
I
sure.
love it.
Kevin was going to drink that beer, and then he was like,
Now,
fuck,
for
I'm
the
gonna
record, I want to point out
I
too.
know, Nick. That's what-
I wish that was on camera.
Fuck me.
my boy.
Fuck me.
Now, real quick too,
Bring one for you.
just
No,
a big,
I don't like
cool shout out to the Tommy Bahama cooler pack. It's got a bottle opener on it.
Yeah,
It's better to have
Dude,
one.
Mike, come sleep over
And go beach day.
Saturday night and come beach day with us.
Man, I'm beach daying it
I'm
up
gonna do
too. I'm a
beach day.
Saturday?
Yeah,
Okay, let's talk about that. I like
Friday,
that.
big.
I was like, we sure on the calendars? Are we all lined up on that?
He doesn't want to come
What's
Saturday.
happening Saturday?
I thought you guys were out on.
Well,
We'll talk about it. We'll
well,
look
no,
at
I'm
it.
back on Saturday. I don't know when he's
Oh,
back.
beach stuff.
But then I saw there's a
I
thing
see-
happening Saturday night now, isn't there?
Wow. See, in the back of my trunk, I'm always beach ready. As you know, I have a tent. I got a cooler in there. I got 2 beach seats. I got an umbrella ready to rock. I got the Kind of Funny beach slippers ready to go.
They're
Gotta
really
have-
nice slides.
You gotta have those.
Did we give you that
slides
chair
in place.
back that was sitting over there? You took that chair
I-
back?
The gamer chair?
The
Yeah.
gamer
That
chair?
was
That's
a
your
thing
guys's.
dedicated to the thing.
Yeah. They sent me a gamer chair, so I'm good. But I'll take the gamer
Yeah,
chair
take
because
that,
it's
take
good.
that one out.
It's really,
It's always
a
the
great
spot. I
chair.
don't like it.
What do you mean? It's always right there. I can sit there
It's
and
always
watch.
right by. It's always
Somebody
right by
put
the
it
You
in
know,
the costume
if you've
closet
seen,
now.
there's a
That's
whole
frustrating.
like not brouhaha. There's a whole like internet thing of like when you get the hotel room and it's got the cuck chair that looks at the bed. That's what the gamer chair reminds me at when it's over there. Is that I can come there and I can sit there and I can watch you guys perform. You know what I mean, Nick? Are you familiar with cucks? Like I'm not a cuck in the tradition.
Intimately?
I'm not
What
a
an
cuck in the
answer, Nick.
traditional sense. But in terms of watching you guys do a show, I'm
Sure.
Mr. Cuck over there. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Just watching you guys bang it out over here. I love it. It's great. Yeah.
Metaphorically.
Because this is my baby. You know what I mean?
It is. I'm glad that you stopped into the stream room. You saw me and Nick perform earlier.
Yeah.
Even Tim stopped in for a moment.
I did.
And when Tim
Threw
walks in the
everyone
stream room, everybody stops what they're doing because we don't get to see that often.
It's
you
a
know?
level of excitement and fear
Yeah.
when Tim needs to talk to you that like is hard to describe. It's hard to put words to.
When Tim says, Hey, I know you're really busy.
Yeah.
But I could really use a grab for it. Then,
Everything
then if he follows up with, it's nothing. Like, oh,
Yeah,
thank God.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, when I go into the stream room, I try very, very carefully to like be non-intrusive and to kind of just be quiet, wait for the right moments to talk to people. They just won't accept it.
No
The problem-
It turns into
We ignore Greg and he kicks the door.
This is the
I was gonna say
See, this is the problem.
I like to do the same thing, but then they drag me on content. They want me to dance behind them and walk behind them, come in and say something to Andy.
You guys could not have polar opposite approaches to coming into that room. And the problem you have is that Greg has set the precedent of chaos.
yes.
Let me just point Exhibit A. We were doing a 24-hour stream for Pokemon. I think it was Pokemon. Oh no, it was the Real Ass Gamer thing.
Okay.
And Greg kicks the door in, stands on a coffee
that
table
was sick.
that is not rated for his girth and weight, and it starts giving, and I'm like, how dedicated to the bit do I want to be versus having to order one of these new fucking coffee tables from Target? Thankfully, it didn't break. Meanwhile, you're trying to be courteous.
Yeah.
You're taking the wrong approach.
Yeah.
You got to just burst through like the fucking Kool-Aid man.
Okay.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
I went in there. I was yelling at Mike.
It was a fun
I had
time,
championship
yeah.
belt or something. I think probably I had a beer, and I look at it and I go, "What is best for the company?
Yeah.
What is best for the internet? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If we played it safe, we'd be nowhere. We'd still be in the original spare bedroom. Me willing to stand on that table and say, "Let the chips fall where they may."
Love that.
That is what makes me Greg Miller.
It's like when we went to the Giant Bomb couch. And I
Yep.
told them everybody better get up.
Yep.
And Greg's first words on the live camera said, "Can I break anything in here?" And we knew we set the tone right off.
Because
Yes.
again, what I wanted to do was Spider
You need to
Monkey
watch
onto the bookshelf. But Jeff Grubb is always, you know what I mean? Worried about growing his hair, not worried about making great content.
great
No
hair.
surprise.
I know there's not a chance in hell that you watch the Giant Bomb couch.
No,
stream.
but I heard the story.
But at
I
some
remember
point,
Greg
Nick,
breaking the one thing that you weren't supposed to break.
I need you to just watch it because
You gotta watch it.
I think you might be more scared than you've ever been in your entire life.
Oh, just from like a
This
producing
is your business
standpoint?
partner.
Yeah.
This is your friend.
There's two me's though,
Mm-hmm.
right? There's the me that enjoys running this business and wants everyone to be happy, healthy, and like continue on, and then there's the asshole. And when Greg gets in
Yeah.
his Duffy and I get to be part of that, and it's not my set, I don't have to pay for it. Fuck, that sounds great. Let's go.
Let's go.
I'll piss all
Let's
over Jeff
rock.
Grubb.
Dude, you say the fucking word.
Right?
You ready? You know what I
Cross
mean?
the streams on that
Yeah,
motherfucker.
You know what I mean? Bust him is what we'll say. You know what I mean? Yeah, come, goes to the Gozerian.
Good evening.
What I want you guys to know is that
Oh God.
I've been around this great planet of
Sure
ours.
have.
Had a lot of adventures.
34 years.
Done a lot of great shows. Thank you very much. I was at WrestleMania, not to name drop, all right. WrestleMania this year. And I'm out there performing. I'm yelling at Jey Uso's kid. I was hoping he'd super kick me, but we didn't talk about it beforehand. I should have. He's too young to, but it doesn't matter. You know, I'm yelling at Xavier Woods, this chump or whatever. And I'm also just talking into a microphone in front of a lot of people on a live show, and it's being broadcast, yada, yada. And at one point, I did the normal thing where I'm backstage and I'm friendly to everybody. I'm talking to everybody. So they get the vibe of who Greg is if they don't know. Then I go out there and I perform and I'm doing my thing. But at one point in the performance, after everyone who didn't know me had been taken aback by who I was, R-Truth asked a question that in the moment I thought was very funny, but has led to a lot of self-reflection.
Oh no.
Of R-Truth said, "Why is he yelling? He has a microphone."
Mhm.
And I watched back the Giant Bomb thing and I'm screaming into it. I'm like,
Yeah.
why am I that loud in this moment? You know what I mean?
Wait, no.
Like there's an energy to it that worked. You can't argue that it
you
worked.
can't argue. You could argue it didn't work, you know, but you can't argue it wasn't something special.
I'll never forget. We put the curtains up, and Greg noticeably pissed off the first time he hosts a show because he can't hear his fucking voice reverberating
It's
back
not-
at him in the space.
It's not being pissed off. All right. It's just the problem
Tell him.
of taking legitimately our industry's Michael Jordan. You know what I mean?
The GOAT.
Mike.
And then putting him onto a court where the basketball doesn't make sound. You just got to get used to it. You had to get used to it. I had to feel it out.
Working it out.
I had to do it. You know what
The
I mean?
old sports adage where the basketball doesn't make sound.
It's happened.
Good one.
Is that real?
No.
It's happened.
No. Steph Curry found a dead spot once practicing.
Remember
Remember that?
that?
That was a
Yeah.
big deal. That was a big
Oh,
deal.
it doesn't make that's crazy.
It didn't bounce right, and he's so like in tune with the ball. He's like, "Yo, come over here," and they did it. And they
Fix
tested
this.
it, and they
Everyone's
fixed it.
pissed off about Klay
Klay Thompson leaving.
right?
Leaving the Bay.
Here's what I'll say: bad name. I'm Clay. Like, get out of here. No, don't worry about it.
Gotta
always
go.
thought that.
Gotta go, bro.
Yeah.
See
You
ya.
got Steph Curry, which is on one side of the rainbow, you know, one side of the spectrum, and then you got Clay Thompson.
Clay Thompson. I got no problem with Thompson. Clay.
Clay Thompson's like a.
Pass it to Clay, and you can just see the ball going boom.
You know what that guy?
And I don't know anything about this man.
Yeah, he's incredible.
Point guard, center, I'm not sure.
Also,
but
I love how you got horrible name. The name of your dog.
Yeah. Well, I had to change the name. I mean, because he changed teams and he left us. So, like, I'm changing the name of the dog now.
what are we calling it now?
Draymond. Because Draymond stuck around.
Draymond's a good name.
Yeah,
Draymond's
Draymond stay.
badass. Klay Thompson-
Dre stays.
Like the name of your accountant, and he won't let you cheat on your taxes.
Clay.
Clay.
Did you hear about Clay? Oh, that guy from Tri Epsilon, date raper? Yeah, I've heard of him. That's what I say. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Backwards hat.
Wow.
Throwing the B, pop
We
collar.
have different versions of what I think.
Oh, he could easily evolve into being an accountant.
Okay, so you feel like he's reformed. I just always assume accountants aren't doing anything crazy. You know what I mean?
No, I just think you're an asshole, and you can go get into finance. I'm Clay, I'm in finance. You know what I mean?
Man, all right. I mean, I'm glad he's off the Warriors.
We don't need this guy. You know what I
Never
mean? It
needed
seems
him.
like
I
he's got a
wouldn't worry
bad
about it.
problem and a bad future.
They're pissed off that he's gone, right?
Yeah,
Isn't Steph Curry, like, very mad?
nobody's happy about this. It's
Where's he
like-
going?
To Dallas.
I bet Andy's happy.
No, he's a San Antonio
Oh, he
guy.
likes the
but
Spurs. That's right.
I mean, no matter what, that would be like you two separating. You know what I mean? It's
Never,
just
that
like,
would never happen.
absolutely not. The
That would never
assholes
happen.
have to stick together.
That's what
So
assholes do
yeah,
best.
what am I
on
gonna
now,
do?
you know what I mean?
Greg's like one of those big fucking whales, and I'm like a little plankton that just has to hang on to him. What the fuck am I gonna do if I fall off? Where am I gonna
It's a
go?
barnacle. Isn't it a barnacle? Whales eat the plankton. The barnacles stick to a whale. You know what I mean?
I'm like plankton. He shits me out. I go right back into his mouth.
Now, real quick, Infinite Corpse in the live chat says, okay, forget everything. Mike, that's insane. That is insane to rename the dog.
10 years old.
so funny.
10 years old.
So fucking
He
funny.
betrayed the city. I can't let that fly. I can't let that fly.
I respect it.
Yeah, you know
so
that. Come
funny.
on, Tim. We're Bay Area boys here, okay?
Yeah.
We built a dynasty. We won 4 championships. The Splash Bros, first off, need to retire together, have to have a statue in front. And then I look at Tim and I go, hey, for my final 4 years, instead of you and I having a great time in the Bay, repping the city, doing what's right for the people and the organization, I'm dipping to Dallas for more money.
Just wants to get
You'd be
paid.
like, that sucks, Mike. A, Dallas sucks. And B, why would you betray me like that?
Yeah, but is he getting paid what Steph's getting paid?
No.
So you got to go for where the money is.
I mean, it doesn't matter.
Why didn't the Golden State Warriors take better care of him?
That's a great question. You know what I mean? I would have
really
paid
the
him.
question.
I would have paid him.
Of course
Also-
Mike would have paid
I
him.
mean, the real question is,
Paid
when
him.
are the fucking Golden State Warriors going to start sucking again so that they can stop fucking up all my comedy shows during playoffs? Because every goddamn
That's
bar
the
I'm at,
real
they're like, oh, we got
question.
to wait
Next
for
3
the
years.
fucking basketball game to stop
Couple
so
more
you can
years.
do your shitty comedy for 10 people. You fucking assholes.
They showed up for Nick, all right?
Yeah. They're like- and I'm like, hey, what's going on? Who's been to a shut the fuck up. That's what they always say. Shut up.
That's what they always say. How's Nick's comedy career going? Shut the fuck up is what
the
they
fuck
always
up.
say.
I'm mad about Clay.
Try Epsilon Clay Thompson.
God damn.
He's got that puka shell necklace. Get out of here.
Oh, man.
That's the other thing I love about it. I've heard this name, Clay Thompson.
Yeah,
for
of
quite
course,
some
of
time.
course.
Give me a lineup of 10 people, I couldn't pick them out.
Never.
You know what I mean?
That's me in any sports
I want
figure,
to get a
though.
line of 10 people and see if you can figure them out. I'll figure that out one day. I'll get that for you.
Be a game of guess who out here. Put Cool Greg in. I'm like, all right, we're down to 9. You know what I mean?
We think. We're not sure. I don't know what Cool Greg does at night. He could be playing for the Warriors. He's tall. He can ball. He can ball out.
Believe it or not, we're still in housekeeping, everybody. You can get the show. I already said that part ad free. Thank you to our Patreon producers, of course, Carl Jacobs, Nathan Lamoth, Alex J. Sandoval, James Hastings, and Casey Andrew. Today, we're brought to you by our sponsors, Shady Rays and A Better Paradise. And hey, let's hear from them more right now.
This episode is brought to you by Shady Rays. Get ready for the season ahead with quality shades built to last. Our friends over at Shady Rays have you covered with premium, polarized shades that won't break the bank. Shady Rays is an independent sunglasses company that offers an unrivaled product that's just as good as any expensive pair that I've ever worn. Durable frames and world-class optics for all outdoor adventures. With an extensive array of styles and colors, you're bound to find the perfect pair of Shady Rays sunglasses. Y'all know I've been outside in the sun a lot, playing Pokemon Go. GoFest is next week, and I'm going to be wearing my Shady Rays. Every pair of sunglasses is backed by lost or broken replacements. If you lose or break your pair, even on day one, they told us they will send you a brand new pair, no questions asked. But exclusively for y'all, Shady Rays is giving out their best deal. You can head to shadyrays.com and use code KINDAFUNNY for 50% off 2 or more pairs of shades. Try for yourself the shades rated 5 stars by over 300,000 people. shadyrays.com, use code KINDAFUNNY for 50% off 2 or more pairs of shades.
This episode is brought to you by A Better Paradise. From the writers of the Red Dead Redemption and Grand Theft Auto series comes the new immersive audio fiction podcast, A Better Paradise, Volume 1 and Aftermath. Set in the near future, A Better Paradise tells the story of the ill-fated development of an ambitious but addictive digital game world project led by inventor and psychologist Dr. Mark Tyburn. As the advanced software they developed began to deliver unexpected and disturbing results, the team fell apart under strange circumstances and the project was abandoned. The game world and the super intelligence within were discarded, left dormant and undiscovered. Until now. I listened to episode 1 on my way to work today, and the thing that stood out, of course, are the performances, but then as an audio drama fan, it was the use of monologues. There's a whole bunch of talking here as it sets up the world that is not that far from us in the timeline and also not that far from us in the technology, which is disturbing, but I'm quite interested to see where it goes. A Better Paradise is out now and available everywhere you get your podcasts. Go listen today, and don't forget to follow A Better Paradise on your platform of choice to make sure you never miss an episode. How you doing?
Good, buddy. I like that shirt.
I do too. Maybe one day people can buy it. We'll see. Who knows?
We'll see.
We've talked a lot about people in our community.
Mm-hmm.
Freak show.
Lay it on us.
I knew it. I was like, where are we going to go? I hope it's bad. I hope we call him garbage.
We'll go right back over there. Yeah?
I'm just in a fun mood today, and I'm ready to.
Human stick bug.
I'm ready to talk. I'm ready to talk so much shit about Alex J. Sandoval in the chat right now and Jasic. Let's go.
Oh my God. You got Chris Anka, the doodler. You know what I mean?
Dude.
Everybody drawing those S's in junior high's dream. You know what I mean? Sleep till 4:30. Wake up. Hit the bong. Watch Golden Girls.
It's on again.
Doodle Spider-Man and move on with your day. You know what I mean?
He goes like this. Watch this. Pay me.
Who we haven't talked about is the one, the only, James Davis, of course. James Davis Makes has been around a very long time in the Kinda Funny community. And he wrote in to be part of the show, just like you can at kindafunny.com/KF podcast with this burning question. In March 2017, there was an episode of the Game Over Greggy show with Tim, Greg, Kevin, and Nick titled, quote, The Best Places to Eat in San Francisco. I used this guide during my visit to San Francisco back then. Since I'll live in the Bay Area for a while starting in July.
What?
That's right now.
I didn't know that. Is he here yet?
It's
I don't know if he's here yet. I was hanging out talking to him at one of the Summer Game Fest at the JW
Sure.
lobby. I don't know when he's actually coming here though, but yeah, he's going to be
That's
here
huge.
for a while,
I didn't know
which is
that.
exciting
I think it's time for an updated video.
Okay.
So your mission today is to come up with a definitive list of restaurants and bars you need to go to when you come to San Francisco 2024 edition. In the original video, you provided a list of the best places for, and then he does a colon. We have a whole bunch of stuff here. Now, I asked on Slack, everybody's going to be on the Kinda Funny podcast. Go in here, make your picks, hyperlink so Kevin has things to pull from. We'll have a great episode. Everyone did it except Nick.
Even then, I tried my best.
He goes
I
off
was in
the
between
dome.
a lot of
You
things.
lived here the whole... Oh, okay.
Oh no, to get things on there.
Okay.
I think I put one link.
Yeah, Mike only chose some categories as well.
Well, I'll throw some more. See, I didn't know I was going to be on, so I threw a couple. But
Now you say
now I'm in
that,
the
but
bag.
you went into the doc and started adding in
Well, you
Mike.
wrote
And
in
I'm
general,
like,
and
that's
you were
great.
like, you-
and then I was
thoughts
in
and
another
suggestions. I was like, I
meeting,
gotta
and
be
Kevin
in.
came in. He's like, "Who's on this podcast?" I'm like, "It's us three because it was the founders."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Roger," and Roger looks at me and goes, "Like, what the fuck happened to
I'm here.
Roger? I don't know what happened there."
He's
got it.
working on
But do you
fun
think
stuff.
Roger was going to bring this type of energy to kick off a show?
No,
Come
of
on,
course
we had
not.
so
Come
much
on now.
fun.
There's only one kind of energy when you're getting the souls like Mike in here. You know
Come
what I
on.
mean?
Get the beers out. Let's go.
You always say that and then you don't drink.
Get the beers out.
Mike, you talk about get on the level for Giant Bomb. I was on the level for Giant Bomb, all right?
Yeah, I was.
Mike's like parting words on the Friday going in or whatever, the last office going into Tim's wedding was like, everybody's got to be on my level. We're doing cocktails.
Yeah.
I got there. I'm fucking housing old fashions. I look at Mike, he's doing nothing.
I was drinking. I started drinking margs.
When did you start drinking margs?
When you came up to me, you said, if you don't start drinking, Mike. And I said, all right, deal, let's go.
First off, legally, I couldn't say that. I was your boss at your place of employment, but if you don't start fucking drinking, all right? Let's move on. Ladies and gentlemen, we are jumping into, and this is, as James says, live in the Bay Area.
Bay Area.
I kept mine pretty San Francisco local, but I've given a few things, and there'll be a few shout-outs that expand the thing here, all right? So the first one he puts out is wings. And I also want to point out, too, before we get going, Nick, Mike, Tim.
I'm listening.
Kevin, I want your input on this, too. I love you guys. This is not going to turn into one of those fucking top 25 video game things, or let's redo the fucking game of the year from 2019 because Mike finally fucking played one of them. We're not going to get mean about it to each other, all right? There are no wrong answers. Okay.
We're building the list for people to come and visit, or if they're living here, for them to go check out these spots.
And so you can decide, I'm a lot like Nick. I love having a hole in my shorts so I can grab my junk.
I don't grab it, I just kind of poke at it.
Still doing its thing?
There.
It's there.
It's funny how you learn new things about your dick that's another podcast.
I'm bored with it.
I don't believe that for a fucking
I love that little fucker.
All right. James' first category is the one, the only, wings.
Wings.
I want to start with Mike.
Okay. Yeah. I think you have the best answer, and that's why I didn't want to double up. But I will go for Blessing Adeoye Jr. This is something he would recommend, and he's taken me out there to go see it. This is out in Oakland. This is the world-famous Hot Boys
They
chicken.
have multiple locations, not just Oakland anymore.
But, you go down to downtown Oakland. It's a nice afternoon, right? Like, we're talking about the Bay Area. I'm encouraging you to go see the culture, be around everywhere in the Bay. And I'm going to give you some different selections that's not just downtown SF. And that was my goal here. So, when we talk about wings, we talk about anything chicken, I think you got to go check out the world-famous Hot Boys chicken in Oakland. It is delicious. It is spicy. It hits all the right notes. Whether you're looking for tenders like me or the traditional wings on the bone, you got to go to Hot Boys. This is a must-have.
Hot Boys is the real deal. Yusuf is the one that put me onto this first. But then everyone from that lives in Oakland now, this is like the staple.
Yeah.
I've never had their wings, but I imagine they're as good as their hot chicken sandwiches. And my God, I don't know that I've had better than this. Having said that, they take their heat very seriously.
Whoa,
there are
they do.
so many levels. I think there's like 10 different levels you can choose. And it's like mild plus, medium. And it's like their mild plus might as well be the hottest thing
It's
you've ever had
hot.
in your
It's
life.
hot.
Like,
Yeah.
Shit is wild, but it's the good type of burn. I love
That's
it.
my thing. I have not had Hot Boys to this day. Because Hot Boys and Yusef, I think, really did rise to prominence during COVID-y, everything else. So it was one of those, like, I wasn't going there. And then, of course, Ben, I got a million things going on. It is on the to-do. It was at Yusef and Belinda's wedding. We had a babysitter relief, so I wasn't there for it or whatever. So I'm still excited. But the thing I do hear about it is I'm not excited to try to do the mental gymnastics. What's the algebra on what level of heat to get?
Yeah.
That's my issue with the spot. Is like you have to play that game of like, you got to come back about 3 times to really test where are you on this level? What should you actually be ordering? Because, I've gone there a number of times, and every time it's like, that was too hot. That wasn't hot enough. Okay, where am I?
I haven't Goldilocks it yet.
Yeah, that's the issue with this spot. But
it's still
great.
freaking good, man.
And a fantastic look, right? Downtown Oakland, underneath the big buildings.
So much fun.
Downtown.
Great area.
Beautiful spot. It's a cool look. It's a cool look.
James Davis, you don't tell us where you are, so I'll remind you that they're in Oakland, Sacramento, Walnut Creek, Hayward, Novato, Carmel, Indiana, Indianapolis.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Okay.
I think that's real. I think I'm clicking on the button, but I think that's really Indianapolis. That's really Indiana. That's real Indiana.
That definitely is.
That's real Indiana out there. So you got plenty of places to go there. A great pick.
Thank you.
Snowbike Mike. Nick, where would you send people for wings?
I like that wing spot that's over in on Broadway over in North Beach, where the wings guys used to go. They own that.
The Wings guy?
You know Wings?
Yes, I've heard of them.
The guy.
Oh, Christian's thing.
Yes,
that's
Christian's
coming
thing.
up. I have that in a later one. You're thinking of SF Chicken Box.
That's what I'm thinking of. Now, I don't usually default to wings. It's not necessarily something that I think to order, but that spot is in like the hotbed of like North Beach, sort of like the perfect blend of the seedy strip club / dance vibe.
Kevin, if you go
Plus
to
all
the
the cool
last
Italian
category,
people.
you'll see that's my pick. Thank you
Yeah.
very. Oh, you have this, but you can go to my last pick. That's their Instagram too for it.
Yeah, it's cool. Fair warning, there's no real seating.
Yeah.
So if you're going there
It's
when
a
you this,
counter.
that's my one big beef with it. Is I'm like, if you're going there after you want some, you're
Same as
hammered
yours.
and you want to sit down and eat.
Kevin,
you're
if you
standing
go to
on
the
side of the road.
final photo I have on mine, you'll see the counter and see how they actually have it set up or whatever. Of course, yeah, this is a great pick. We love Christian. Christian, of course, ran Wings and sold it shortly after my wedding, right? Yeah, so 2017. And then eventually opened up SF Chicken Box, where they do a whole bunch of different things. Very similar to Wings, but more focused on the fried chicken than the wing. But they do have wings every so often. Good stuff in there. And of course, Christian's been the homie forever and so supportive of us. We try to be supportive of him. And I think that's what's interesting about my pick. I'm sure back in 2017, March 2017, I definitely said Wings, which is still Wings. It's still there. I can't speak to it anymore because when Christian sold Wings, it very much was weird to go back there. No, not a drop in quality.
Oh, really?
It was just
It's still very good.
like Wings used to be the place for me that I would on a Saturday with shit to do, go there, pull up a bar stool and it was the same thing too, and it was like 5 stools, sit there and drink and catch up with Christian for hours. So when I walked in and it wasn't him anymore, it was very much like, this isn't the same vibe anymore for me, which kind of didn't kill it, but it was like a great break off point for me of like, okay, I'm going to move on. My pick is not shocking if you listen to any of the shows, but Square Pie Guys. I think Square Pie Guys has the best wings in the city.
I would agree with that, actually.
When I say it though, as you're looking at this and my mouth is watering, they are the best buffalo wings in the city. Like that's all they have. A Szechuan wing.
The Szechuan wing is fucking fire.
I don't love it.
I love that.
It's so good. It's
The
so,
sweet one.
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
but it's kind of salty and peppery a little bit. I think if I'm thinking, maybe I'm thinking there's salt and pepper. They might have had those last time I went.
You're right. It's delicious.
But dude, if you get it, you just have to understand you're going to push through the pain. That's what they look like right there.
But
it is so salty it burns your fucking mouth.
the
It's so
Szechuan?
good. Yeah, it's so good though.
See, what I love about the Square Pie Guys buffalo wing is that it's such a mild buffalo. So many people with buffalo, as a connoisseur, want to burn your fucking face
something to
off,
prove.
want to make it way too vinegary, want to try to prove something. They don't. It is a mild, amazing buffalo wing that I truly adore and am salivating doing or whatever. Like, it's just fantastic.
Yeah, fried just right. That
Yeah.
perfect crisp on it.
Meaty wing.
That is a good wing. That is, like Greg said, I think the best in the city is right.
An important note: travels well.
Yeah, it does
See-
travel well if you're door dashing. It's
I
not
think
the
it- I
same, of
think
course,
it
if you're
does.
sitting there, but like the DoorDash does make it, and it is good.
I
It
would
is
say,
good.
I mean, like you owe it to yourself to go to a location. I would highly recommend the Beach Street location. It's where we did the Extra Life fundraiser.
Oh,
It's the
at
one
Ghirardelli. Yep.
Ghirardelli Square. It's on the water. It's
Gotta go to
beautiful.
that.
It's class. It's awesome. I would say go there. Real quick, Langley M. Neely in the chat says, "Oh my God, that looks amazing. I just ate catfish, but I'm getting hungry again." I want you to know this man walked to the river and put his giant spindly hand in a catfish hole,
that's
pulled
where
it
you-
out.
Catfish
That's
hole.
what you
Yeah.
thought. I thought
So
he
you
ate
get him.
noodling.
So you get him. He's
I would have
noodling.
thought he was eating a cat that ate a fish. Cat runs by the fish, grabs it. 2 for 1.
Crushed it. You know what I mean?
Christ.
Timothy,
Yes.
what is your pick for wings?
Now, I'm with you. I was trying to come up with something different because you put Square Pie Guys, which I do think is the right answer. But
Appreciate that.
there's this place, Foghorn Tap Room. There's 2
Love this place,
locations, one in the Richmond district, one in the Sunset district. And it's fantastic. And I would say it's in the running up there with the Square Pie Guys one. They both have a similar quality of you're getting a lot of meat per wing. Like, it's more similar to eating like one of those big old turkey legs from Disneyland type
Yeah.
things where like you're getting every wing has
God, I'm hungry.
substance to it,
So
right?
hungry.
Like most wing places, you're buying 10, 15 of these things. You're buying 5 of these. You know what I mean? Well, at least I am. I'm sure people out there are buying bigger, but I'm saying like they're so big that like they're selling them in sets of 5, which like I feel is setting a standard there.
You're
of,
letting
like,
you know what you're getting into.
that's a meal for a normal person. I have not yet had their buffalo though. That is the one asterisk to it. I love their kind of more fun flavor stuff going on. This weekend I had their chili lime, and it was phenomenal. They have one that has like cornflakes on it to add a little bit of crunch.
Oh, I like that.
It's real good.
Yeah, I like
it's real
that.
good. Big fan of this place, and it's a whole brew house as well. So they have a bunch of like really, really good, unique beers. And it's the right level of there's outdoor seating, there's some indoor seating. It's like always popping off, but not too popping off. And you can like get in there. They're fast. Highly, highly recommend them. A fun thing about this topic is I don't know if you guys knew, but I just got married last weekend.
Oh, I didn't hear. Congratulations.
Thank
How was the
you.
event?
It was amazing. And
Any
so
fun
many
stories
people
that I could hear.
so many people flew out here. And we had a wedding website, and you're supposed to like give them shit to do. You know what I mean? So they're not just like fucking
Dumbasses, in
blind here.
case you don't know what Google is, here's a list.
Yeah. So on our website, we put together a list of like recommended things for people to do, which we put a lot of work into it. Like me and G essentially did this podcast by ourselves.
Sure.
And we made a list on the website that I totally forgot about. That was a year ago at this point. This weekend, or last weekend, when at the wedding and the welcome event, the amount of people that came up to me like, oh man, I went to this place, I went to that place. And I'm like, that's fucking awesome. I love that place. And it wasn't until like a couple days ago that I like realized they went there because of our recommendations, and they loved it.
That's hilarious.
So that's hilarious. But yeah, no. So I got some good spots. No wing spots on this list here, but yeah, Foghorn Tap Room is a great one. I would highly recommend.
Kevin?
Ooh,
I like the spot, Crazy Pepper. They do real good wings. Sometimes I just order 2 orders of wings, have it delivered to my
Nothing
You're
wrong
home.
with
living.
that. There's
You're
nothing wrong
fucking
with that.
living right
Have a
there.
great time.
Tell them
Yeah.
how
Do they
much
do
bullshit
multiple flavors, or is it like
No,
this
it's
one?
just the one.
So like kind of like St. Tongue.
yeah, and yeah, Kev, that's an excellent pull up there. If you're looking for more Asian wings,
Yeah.
Santong on like 10th and Irving. That's not right. Yeah, it is 10th and Irving, something like that.
Yeah.
11th and Irving,
Maybe 11.
Around there is like the wing spot in San Francisco. Like that is like the classic cultural thing. And this Crazy Pepper one, very similar in style.
Tim?
Mhm.
Kick me off with burritos.
See, burritos is tough because San Francisco, you can't go wrong. All the burritos here are good. I feel like that's like the baseline that you're starting with. And so it really kind of turns into one of those like, where do your loyalties lie? And my loyalties lie on the west side, which is Gordo's. They run the shit. There's one in Richmond. There's one in Sunset. There's one in Berkeley. There's like a ton of them around the Bay Area. And I love them. They're great. I do think it can be pretty hit or miss, especially in recent years. I've been kind of upset as new generations have come and I start to recognize the people working there less and less. Still always good, but the 18th and Geary location is definitely, I would say, the best one by a landslide. I'd say it's kind of their main place. Most people would disagree with me, but that's because they're wrong. But I really don't want anyone to ever go here and be like, oh man, Tim said it's the best burrito. I would never say that. It is definitely my favorite. But like I don't think represents it's not a mission burrito, a mission style burrito, which is what I think people are expecting from San Francisco.
Yeah.
But it very much is the West Side burrito.
Also, if you go there and you're like, you know what? That burrito looks whack. You could always go to Volcano right next door.
And
So good.
yeah, this is jumping to something, but volcano curry, something Andy Cortez brought into my heart a couple years ago.
Damn, that shit makes me bleed.
God, dude, it is the best Japanese curry I have ever had. There's been a whole bunch of these places people have told me about of like, oh, you should try this one. Like this is like the most world-renowned one. Doesn't hold a candle to Volcano, man. Volcano is where it's at. Even being in Japan, having some Japanese curry at places people are like, this is the spot. To my taste, Volcano curry is the winner.
Nicholas, your
Yes, sir.
burrito.
You know, I got to go with the old tried and true right there, Taqueria Cancun.
Taqueria Cancun.
And you got to go to, I think it's this one. There's a bunch of Taqueria Cancun's, there's a bunch of El Farolitos. But the one that's like around, I want to say 20th or 19th in Mission.
Yeah.
Sounds about right. That's
like
to
when
me
you're
the-
out of the thrust of the mission.
Yeah,
you're
but it's
past
just
Alamo
right
and all
there.
that jazz.
You got to go in.
That's
you know,
the one. That's the one.
This is probably the one.
This is like such a IGN staple.
Yeah, because
that
we
I-
used to go to like Doc Clocks and Blondies and.
Well, it's that
always
thing
wanted
of like
to.
I remember when I started and people were like, "Oh, this is the best burrito," and it like we did not work around here. We worked,
no.
you know, in
We worked at the ballpark.
Mirabella,
Actually, we worked in-
Mirabella
yeah.
Boulevard or whatever, and we drove all the way. You know, people would drive all the way out here to get
This
it.
actually might not be the one I'm thinking about. This might be a little farther out. This is like far out on Mission, right?
This is the one I was thinking of at the junction there. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
This is the one that I love.
Okay.
Like, this is my favorite burrito.
This might be, yeah, this is the one by
Shrimp
Maryland Jiu-Jitsu
burrito
Studio.
blows you away. blows you away.
Dude, I'll tell you what though. Like last couple times I went because I used to do Valencia Room a lot, and the one that I go to is like really right across the way, or like a walking distance from that. Someone's like, "We should get tacos." I was like, "Tacos? It's wild." And I just got their like El Pastor chicken taco or whatever it was. 2 of them, amazing. I'm like, why have I not been on the taco train this whole time?
Yeah.
Wild.
Well, the burrito's such a.
But if you don't want something so heavy, I'm like, let me get a few.
I just had the taco
tacos.
truck across the street, and it was the same thing today, where it's like the burrito there is fantastic, but I was like, I'm not looking for that amount of food right now. I'll do 3 tacos and be set.
Now, I will say this.
Please say something.
You can go to El Farolito as well.
I like that's my spot.
But I think we all agree El Farolito was trash compared to Taqueria Cancun. I think we can all agree with that.
Wow.
No.
That's crazy.
No, I'm kidding. If you're in North Beach, they just opened El Farolito up there. If you're like bumming around that area, that place is popping at like midnight because they stay late. The one thing that I will always respect about Cancun and Farolito is that they get it.
They do.
They're like, no one's buying these burritos from the hours of like 11 o'clock in the morning till like 8 o'clock at night. It's all about the late night eats. And there's nothing better. Well, almost nothing better for late night eats than a burrito. I will say I had halal guys for the first time the other day.
Yeah.
Really
Motherfucker.
It's
It was
great.
like a revelation. I was like, where's this been?
You love that stuff.
It's so good.
Yeah, no, it is good. It is
Yeah.
good.
Oh God, those look so good. I'm
Yeah,
so
no,
hungry
I
right
would
now.
say Cancun and El Farolito, like they are equally good, but I feel it just really depends on what your taste is.
Yeah, it depends on the
like,
day.
but they're
Farolito's a little more traditional, right? I would say like
I'd say they're both.
Yeah.
They're both the same thing.
Yeah,
They're both
yeah.
great representation of the mission burrito.
Those are the ones you want.
They're
I'm
good.
an El Farolito guy. Kevin took me there. It's a place that I still think about, and I'm more of a taco over a burrito guy. And I think it's just like you get down on the mission, you really see another cool spot of San Francisco. You can walk that, and then you go up to Dolores Park, right, Kevin? And it's just like, oh, eat the taco
Get some
right there. It's
buy
just
right
a
ice cream.
couple blocks
Beautiful.
away, and you're in having the best afternoon. So
You
it's
go
a
get
killer
some ice
combo
cream.
to have both of those.
What's your burrito pick?
El Farolitos.
Okay.
That's my
I don't know if
spot.
you're,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know if that was your official pick.
That's what
You're
I'm gonna go
locking it in.
Locking it in. Go check that out. I think it's a good one. Not as good as, I don't like the South City one. I like the Mission better.
Alfredo's grandpa owns one of the El Farolitos.
That's
from
cool.
back in the day. Yeah.
Okay, that's very cool.
And now his grandson's a huge disappointment.
It's really sad, isn't it?
Jesus Christ.
It's cool you threw him a bone to host your wedding. That was pretty cool.
Tim, do you know that HRD closed?
Yeah.
Oh,
super
that's
sad.
dude.
Super sad.
R.I.P.
HRD, man. That was a IGN staple.
Greg,
On diners, drive-ins, and
You don't have a
dives.
spot in here for dessert.
This is what James sent. We will happily take that submission at the
We're
end.
gonna have some open categories. at the
Okay,
end. Just some-
okay.
some-
I want to
already
recommend a
four,
couple.
There's a
14,
lot of
so,
spots.
you
I
know,
don't
I
think
just
we,
I noticed like there's a couple of things mission that I want to show out.
Mission.
You know what I mean?
You been drinking these beers? You getting alcohol high off me? My pick, before I give it, we have to give an honorable mention because nobody picked it and I didn't pick it either, to underdogs.
Oh,
The Nick's crispy
here's my
tacos?
thing. Underdogs. Sorry to cut you off. Here,
I like
but
how you're like, let's give a shout out and you're going to immediately shit on them. Go
Hold
for it.
up.
No. It's not shitting at all. Underdogs was on my wedding list of like something I would recommend. Not for the burritos though. For if you're looking for sports bar vibes.
Yeah.
I feel like Underdogs is like the best sports bar type thing that we have to offer, and we now have. Well, there was 3 of them. There's now just 2 of them. In the city, and it's awesome. The food is very unique tasting, but good. I just wouldn't recommend it. Like it's a burrito spot, but like it's not the best burrito, but it's very good for what it is, and the pretty much guaranteed seating at any time, any day. But it's also gonna be like fun and popping off, and you could watch any sports you want if you're into that shit. Like I feel like Underdogs is the move for that type of fun vibe.
You
When you're
say
hanging
that,
with
I
the
guarantee
boys,
it popped up in 2017.
what?
You say that, I guarantee it popped up in 2017 as one of our, like, you have to go there. I remember the
yeah.
original Kind of
Oh,
Funny
yeah.
Live document, we talked about it
yeah.
because every Game Over Greggy's show on the way home from IGN, we would all stop and get Underdogs, and they would always get Nick's order wrong.
Nah, that's because my order was stupid.
Yeah, you wanted 2 sides of carne asada
Just give
and
me
whatever.
some meat and some guacamole.
And you're always like, the stoner
"No,
guy's
bro."
like, what?
He's like, why would you want to veer off the beaten track?
Anyways, Underdogs is great. My problem with Underdogs is just that literally overdosed on it.
Oh, yeah.
Where I used to
Oh, yeah.
crave it, and then we did it every week, and it became that thing where it's like I can I taste it right now.
Dude.
I did just go there with Jen last week when I left early for a little date, and we ended up there, and I had a burrito. It was fantastic, but it is that same thing of like the chips and guac. Like I know what
still
that
have the
is.
PTSD.
Love those chips and guac.
I think maybe my favorite salsas.
Yeah,
of just like the consistency of it, the green and the red.
Yeah.
Both of them are great. You mix them a little. Oh my god, that shit. I wish they sold it and I would just drink it.
Similar to your and I know I've told the story, but there's a lot of people who weren't here probably for the first Kind of Funny Live, right? But similar to your story of everybody coming up and talking to you about like, oh, I went to that place. So many people off of our Kind of Funny Live doc back in the day went there that I believe it was Kind of Funny Live. Yeah, well, Kind of Funny Live 1 was when we were still working. No,
there was a big meetup for sure at Underdogs.
So it wasn't even that. Kind of Funny Live 1, I went in there one day from the spare bedroom to work, and the owner came up. I was like, "You're from the Kind of Funny thing?" And I'm like, "Yeah." Like, it shook my hand. Thank you so much. So many of your fans came in here in the past. I was like, "Oh my god, that's amazing!" Blah blah. Like, we talked about it that much that I still think I love Underdogs, but Underdogs right now, the Underdogs burrito, California carne asada. California carne asada with the French fries in it is hanging off one side, and the hookfish poke burrito, no beans because I'm a psycho, is hanging off the other. I'm gonna right now save the hookfish burrito. This is not at all what I think people would pick usually, right? Hookfish. In terms of a traditional burrito. Hookfish, an amazing fish spot. They have a location in the Sunset, of course, that we swear by. Not that much seating. Then there's one up in Marin, Mill Valley, that has like a nice beer garden, like really great vibe or whatever. Fresh fish, as you can see if you're watching. If you're not, you can imagine.
That looks good as hell. Dude,
it is insane. And their poke burrito, as somebody who just loves poke and burritos, is so fucking good. And back to you're talking about the salsas or the sauces from Underdogs and the squeeze bottles. I think we scrolled past. There it is right there. The carrot habanero sauce they have on every table is so fucking good that I was like, if you're coming here and you're looking for a unique burrito, like I would send you there in the same way we used to say, oh, go to the Underdogs has an off-menu cheeseburger burrito that's not on the menu. You know what I mean?
I might start hanging out with you more on the weekends.
Bro, come sleep over Saturday night.
Are you kidding me? I would love that.
Dude, Benny, you saw the video.
I know. It got me right here.
I don't think I've actually shared this video live. We, of course, won't show it. I don't know if everybody's aware of this. Tim got married. When he got married, he had a rehearsal dinner. Or not a rehearsal dinner, right? Welcome party, whatever they call it in this day and age. Back in my day, it was this. And when he did, Ben was allowed to that. I'm not sure if you're aware of this. Tim and Gia hate children. Ben was not allowed at the wedding.
I do.
No children.
Yeah. So Ben was allowed to come.
Fran was here.
Fran came. Good job. Ben was allowed to come to the welcome party, but not the thing, right? So we got him there. He's having a great time. I mean, Belle of the ball. Everybody loved Ben.
Oh, yeah.
There were some other shitty kids there. Nobody gave a fuck about them. You know what I mean?
Didn't even know.
Were there?
Huh?
Were there?
Yeah. Not as small as him, as cute as him. They were in that awkward part where it's like, I can't have a conversation with
you.
you.
He just saw Fran from like 5 feet away.
Anyways, the entire time.
I love you, Fran. I'm fucking with you.
Ben is so stoked to see Uncle Nick. But Uncle Nick didn't show up.
No, it didn't go.
And so when we were leaving, we made this video and sent it to Uncle Nick.
Say bye, Uncle Nick. We gotta go home.
Bye, Uncle Nick. We need to go home.
Uncle Nick, where are you?
Uncle
Nick, we gotta go home.
I'm gonna blame it on Uncle Matt, whose flight came in late and who desperately just wanted to grab dinner with me.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news.
Yeah.
Tell him.
I know how much you care about the Uncle Power rankings.
Yeah. Huge.
But since this video was filmed, and if I'm lying, I'm dying, you have fallen.
Uh-oh.
Uncle Tim gets all the credit for the Power Wheel now.
What?
Solely on, like, I love my Power Wheel.
What?
I love that Uncle Tim gave me the Power Wheel.
I get the credit. I get it all.
Well,
That's wild.
Why? How did you get that credit?
You know what? That's
Well, because Uncle Nick fell off and Uncle
that
Tim
cinches it for me.
Yeah.
Because I've been looking on eBay for those mask toys that he likes, and you know, some of them are $1,000, but I think I'm willing to put that out. Now, do you think he'd be okay with one that's mint on card he can't touch?
Yeah, he'd be thrilled with that. You know what I mean? I got a photo on my phone from the Ford Bronco he broke today that I bought over the weekend. You know, I tell the goddamn kid he can get a car when we go to the store.
Yeah.
Hot Wheels, $199. Let's fucking. He goes and picks the $14 goddamn Ford Bronco. I'm like, fucking God.
Does he wait until he gets the car to smash it over his knee and fucking flip you off?
Hey, new Bronco or old Bronco?
The new one. He's obsessed. Like,
Pretty dope car. It's a pretty dope car.
it is ridiculous that he played Forza. He's obsessed with Forza Horizon and loves that. Chose the Bronco. Now can identify every fucking Bronco on the road. Saw the Bronco in the store. I was like, Bronco. I'm like, I'm buying this $14 Bronco now, you know what I mean? And then he took it on a walk on Sunday, and he was just Bronco. A guy pulled by us in a Bronco and parked and went into his house. You bet your ass we had to roll him over to that Bronco and walk around and do it. He loves watching cartoons in the morning. If I'm lying, I'm dying. I put on YouTube. I put on the kid's profile. I'm like, what do you want to watch, Ben? Ben always says, people playing with toys, because he loves to see people playing with action figures. Ben, what do you want to watch? People playing with Bronco. I go, Ford Bronco. I get a 15-minute review of a guy reviewing the Ford Bronco, like Ryan McCaffrey talks about the Teslas. And it's like he's got jokes, he's writing all this, and it's in and out. I know so much about the Ford Bronco now, guys. Did you know that the Ford Bronco has something called Bronco bolts? It comes with a special screwdriver for the Bronco bolts. That way you could take the doors off, you could take the things off and put the lights on. You could do it's a modular design that people are very terrible fuel economy. Terrible fuel economy.
Yeah.
But it's off-road.
Forever. They're just copying it. It's
Also, aren't they just 2 doors? The Broncos?
No, they have 4 doors.
Yeah, they have 4-door Broncos.
Oh, but the original O.J. Simpson Bronco was the 2-door
Yes.
Bronco, though, right?
Remember
It was,
that?
like, big, but it had 2 doors. Yeah.
You know who it is?
Well, guess my buddy Stu's dad had one.
Stu.
And we every time we got in, we would just look at each other and go, O.J. Every time.
Crazy. Question for you, Greg. Is there any shot you're going to buy a Bronco?
Yeah, if you were a real fucking dad, you'd come home with a Bronco.
So,
There it is.
no, there's no shot that I'll buy it.
It's so big.
But-
you do not need that car.
But we are going to Disney for the first time on Friday.
Oh, he's
Love
gonna
this.
Love this.
Tim,
He's
bring me
gonna
back another beer.
Love this.
Yeah, we're going to Carsland.
Cut 'em off.
Oh, he's gonna love that.
I am looking into getting a car because I
We
need
got
a car.
to. We got to rent one.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not staying on the property. You know what I mean? Come
Yeah.
on now. I'm not one of the 3
You were
richest
saying-
kings.
Yeah. California Adventure.
And so
Hotel,
I
whatever
looked
it was.
into this new thing. I'm going to fuck up the name. I want to say Taboola, but that's not it. It's Airbnb for cars.
Sure.
You heard of
Okay.
this?
No.
Airbnb
No,
for
that
cars.
makes sense.
I got.
What is it? Turo. Airbnb for cars.
Cool.
And I glanced at it and I was like, this seems too good to be true because it's way cheaper than renting a car or whatever. And I was like, I'm going to do more research, which I have not done anything. And now I'm just like, I'm lazy. I'm going to do the cheap thing. And I'm like, can I get a Turo that's a Bronco?
What if?
Can I, huh? I'm sure I can, but I mean, like, is there going to
What
be
if?
one
Yeah,
around
in
the
its
fucking
area. Yeah,
the Disney area that has this thing? You know what I mean?
I love
Oh,
this
no.
idea.
Domenico says, oh no, OMG, no, Greg. Turo has a lot of hidden fees. Well, there you go.
You,
They
you
love
might
hitting you
actually
with the
just be
hidden
able
fees.
to rent a Bronco.
See, got me too.
Just buy one. Oh,
When you were trying to get me to get on set and I was cleaning up a beer that for some reason exploded. No reason.
Weird. Like I already
Yeah.
opened.
Yeah, it's not you. I don't know. It's not.
I've done Turo for renting Jeeps.
Was it bad?
No, it was great.
Okay. So
I
you're.
mean, you know, it's like there are all a lot of added things. But like,
Well, I mean, Domenico OLO probably works. Works for Hertz, trying to carry, toe the company line. I've seen it once. I've seen it twice.
Been there before.
Nicholas,
Yes, sir.
James's next category is burgers.
Burgers. I recommended Gott's Roadside at the Ferry Building. Now, this hits on
Okay.
2 different levels for me. One, I like their burgers. They got good sweet potato fries, a little bit of kick of the cayenne pepper. If you're not in the mood for burgers, or if you're with someone who doesn't want the burgers, they got good hot dogs. They also got really, really good.
Let me just stop you right there. Gott's has got good everything, and it's their 25th anniversary. They have, by the way, Ben loves Gott's. But when Ben says, "Can we go to the burger place?" he wants Gott's. They have a whole thing. And let me tell you, I'm pretty stoked for November when it's the French dip. Just putting it out there.
I didn't know
And I
you were a
remember in
Gott's guy.
January when I looked at it and I saw it and got excited. I'm like, Greg, that's a ridiculous thing to be excited. And now here we are.
it is.
Yep.
Have you Greg Miller's time.
have you ever had their kale salad? They have
Yes.
a kale.
Oh my God. Jen orders it every time.
And they have
And then she's like, I'm gonna get the kale. You do your burger, and then she
Yeah.
wants more burger sauce or
yeah,
bigger
well,
burgers.
That's a good. Deal
And let me
right
tell
there.
you, their
Gott's is great.
onion
Expensive.
rings.
Too expensive, but it's fantastic.
It's
Now
I mean,
you say too expensive. Do you mean just period, or do you
Period.
mean for like fast food? Okay.
I just mean period. Like,
I
I
think-
think it is like a little
mean,
bit insanely priced. but
everything's outrageously priced in San Francisco. now,
My
but-
thing for Gott's is I'm usually eating it at the Ferry Building or up in Marin.
I like that you're pluralizing it, like Getty's is.
When I'm talking about a Gott's,
A Gott's.
Ferry Building are up there, and I feel like both of them have different like vibes going. But especially for up in Marin, when I'm doing something up there, when we bring the family,
Yeah.
it is like such a there's a playground outside, and there's this, and it's beautiful, and there's a bar in the back, and like I'm not saying it's one of those where I get the bill and I'm like, I feel like the ends justify the means in a way that sometimes I get a bill in San Francisco. I'm like, what the fuck is this shit?
And look, it's fantastic. I'm just saying, like, as a recommendation for people. I'm just saying, prepare yourselves.
Well, I mean, if you're coming to San Francisco in general, probably prepare
but
yourself.
I think there's a little bit extra.
Here's one of the reasons why I say it's worth the money is because if you go to the one specifically at the Ferry Building, you get to hang out at the Ferry Building, which is beautiful. It's one of my favorite places in San Francisco. You can go. They've got all sort of little artisanal shops, all sorts of cool stuff. You get the you can actually see the ferries coming in and out. You know, you grew up here. It's super cool. I love that whole area.
I'm there almost every month for
I love
Pokemon Go, baby.
Oh, that's awesome.
He's stepping.
And I'm just a big fan of any place that has a sweet potato fry.
And they got a bunch of different burgers too. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
Their shit is premium.
Tim, you are leaving me guessing. You didn't write one in. Where would you send people for burgers?
I have an answer that for me is definitive at this point of life. It is the best burger in San Francisco. 4505. It's a barbecue spot.
Yeah.
But, their burger in the last couple years, they've perfected the recipe. I think this was back in like 2018 or something. Has won so many awards. Like if there's ever like a best burger in San Francisco, they're bringing it up. And my God, are they right? They deliver. And it travels so well. This is definitely like my gold standard.
I have driven past this place so many times.
Yeah,
and I've just never thought to go in.
It's great. I will. I can only stand by the burger. Their barbecue stuff.
The barbecue.
It's fine. I personally have never had barbecue that has really impressed me.
Oh man,
the concept of barbecue is my favorite thing in the world. It's just a bunch of meat and sauces. There's something about it though. The temperature's not right for me. Like there's like it gets a little too samey. I've never had barbecue anywhere, including Austin, that I'm like, oh my God, this is the best thing ever. But their burger, incredible.
That's a good and for everybody's gonna be like, oh my God, that's crazy. You remember like our bonding trip where you and I were alone for the first time in that first gauntlet season? I drove you out to Salt Lake. And I'm with you to a degree. That barbecue I think is great, but I like the next level. Oh my God, this is like life changing. Like,
and I'm not shitting on it. I love barbecue. I'm just saying I've never had a barbecue that takes it to that level of like, oh my God, this is the thing. Like the way I think about volcano curry and how it changed Japanese curry for me.
Barbecue is so good. It's just protein. That's why I love it.
I love
Brisket,
4505.
Oh my God.
The sausage they do so good. They've got I think it actually is called the spinaroonie, which is the fried mac and cheese ball.
Yes.
That's just delicious.
I don't think it's called that, is it? But it's something like that. But that shit's hella good.
I will Frankaroni. Frankaroni. Sorry, close enough. Spinarooni's Booker T's move, but you know what I mean. And also just a fun, interesting, kind of funny crossover. If you need to see 4505 in action, go watch Parts Unknown, Anthony Bourdain, San Francisco episode. Why that's a kind of funny crossover is that he, of course, goes to 4505 with the one, the only, Richie.
Oh.
Richie, of course, who plays all the video games with us, does all these different things. He used to run Hopper Ramen.
Yeah.
Richie's the guy he takes to talk about SF food scene and do all the different stuff. So shout out to that one. Great pick. Mike, what are you picking for a burger?
Yeah, I'm a big burger guy. Burgers are my thing, and I'm always looking for the best burger. Nick's put me onto a couple of good burgers, but I'm going to be real with you. There's a kind of funny staple that has been known far and wide, and it's Beep's Burgers.
Oh,
Beeps!
I thought you were going to say In-N-Out.
I mean, we're going to talk about that in a minute. Trust me, I'm going to tell you about In-N-Out. Beep's is the real deal. Beep's is the real deal. It's open late. They are serving up some really
mini corner dogs,
high quality meat. This burger is good.
No.
Yeah, no more.
Heartbreaking. That's a bummer. Don't go to Beebs.
Fuck them.
The real, I will say, great stuff. Don't order the chicken tenders. They're like super flat. They're not good at all. But the burgers itself, those are phenomenal.
If you are, of course, our standard sort of boilerplate. If you're from a place that doesn't have an In-N-Out and you come to California for the first time, go to In-N-Out.
Can you just fucking save? Let me get to my fucking pick.
He didn't look at the list.
Fucking bitch.
I'm not fucking staring at the
I'm
list.
fucking smash
participating in this fucking podcast.
The thing I'll say about
mentioned
Beeps.
In-N-Out.
No, I didn't.
He brought it up.
That's Kevin being wrong on the wrong tab.
Once it's been introduced.
My pick is In-N-Out.
Yes.
Sorry,
Once
I
the
thought
bell's been
it was
rung.
in there. I thought it was going there.
You
I
know
want to
how
talk about
this
Beeps for a
goes.
second because I will say Beeps has the underdogs problem times 1,000 for me. Where I stand by it. Y'all should have Beeps. If you're visiting here, get Beeps because it is very, very. It's incredible.
We went so many times.
We went too hard
many
to
We
the
used to
point
work
that
down the
I
street from it,
cannot eat them anymore.
Yeah, it's like Marnie Thai.
If I smell it, it makes me
I
sick.
love Marty Thai.
That's tough.
God.
Because that's a good burger.
It's good.
I want to go to your burger spot, Tim. Right?
dude.
If you ever go, you give me a call.
I love it. I actually have never been. I only have got it in to go. Yeah.
Wow.
Like
It
one
sounds-
time I got it. Like I got it fresh. We went and sat in a park near it. But like
Sounds like a little team afternoon lunch. We should go there.
Yeah,
I like that.
I love that idea.
The summer sun's out. Tell me about In-N-Out and how good it is.
I mean,
though.
it's the same thing you're going to hear a million times. My whole thing is like the people who rally against In-N-Out say it's overrated.
Bulls.
You are correct. As somebody who lives and dies and literally, In-N-Out's the only burger I crave.
Yeah. Oh.
It is overrated. I mean, the fact that it's like become this California staple, you got to get it when you go. Like, I don't like. No, it's a really good. It's my favorite burger, as I just said. It's fast food. It's whatever.
It's the you know how we do the ragu bagu?
Yeah.
We have the tiers.
Yeah.
This is like the top tier of the fast food burgers. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Not the counter burgers, but like the hey, you're walking in, you got a fast food burger.
And this
kind
is
of
again
thing.
where I'm
'Cause
very.
I don't put this in the same category as Gots.
See, this is the thing where I'm very bent, and I understand that, and so I'm just putting my case out there of like I've said it before, but to reiterate, I've said it on like Twitter or whatever. Like if you were to be like, you can have one burger exist the rest of your life. I'm like, oh, In-N-Out. Like blink everything out of existence. Because like
Boom.
I've had it so many times at a place where I go and I order the burger at the restaurant. And I'm disappointed by it. Too much bread, too much whatever. Gott's is again, I really, really enjoy, but I'm way more into their onion rings. I'm way more. I enjoy the burger, but like even when I'm there and Ben calls that the burger place, I'm like, all right, hold on a second, motherfucker. You know what I mean? Like, and it's the fry thing, and it's all these different things, and the secret menu. People get all wishy-washy complaining about it, and it's like, I'm not saying they're not wrong. Mm-hmm. You know, I understand why some people don't like the fries. I think there's ways around it, but again, how do you know that in your first pick? And also, do you need to do that? You don't need to say McDonald's, order my fries this way or whatever. In-N-Out's the shit for me, however, though. And again, it's very much like whatever. And I think for me, I was talking about this with Jen. When Jen had to go home for the emergency trip, right? She was gone during my birthday. I had said it in advance. She's like, what do you want to do for your birthday? And I'm like, all I want is to go to In-N-Out with you guys. And so she had to go, so she wasn't there. So I took Ben. And there was this moment for the first time where I was eating In-N-Out with Ben across from me, and he was sitting alone, which like in like a little seat, which isn't like unheard of, but like usually there's a parent next to him. Here we are on like a date pretty much, right? And there was this thing that finally clicked in where I'm like, oh, this is like an uncovered childhood memory of when my dad used to take me, don't laugh, to a restaurant in Wheaton called Cock Robin, but back from the 50s or whatever. Nick, I don't know. I don't know if people weren't in the 50s calling their dicks cocks or if they just didn't give a shit. You know what I mean? Yeah. But it was like the more like not drive-in thing, but like an old school 50s burger place, right? And so it was that thing of I kind of forgot that my dad took me there all the time, right? Nickname Cock Robin is a slang reference to a person who is easily persuaded. Can you do Cock Robin Wheaton, though, Illinois? And then we actually show them the little eatery. Because it had a very cute Robin.
That was weird that that's what they named it.
It had a very... Oh, dude. I'm with you guys. Don't get me wrong. I ain't calling it fucking Throbbing Erection Robin. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. They should have, though.
That'd be rad.
Anyway, so...
That'd be rad.
I remember my dad taking there in like a very like primordial ooze memory where it's not like I never went there. Like that's a place that stopped at some point at like age 5. I don't even know where my dad would do that. So for me to be there with Ben, I'm like, oh, there is some Portillo's tied up in this with the paper hats and the very attentive service and people being nice or whatever and calling out numbers. But there's more of that. And like when I brought my dad there, it was very much.
Oh, it's gone.
Well, I knew that. I knew it was gone.
Yeah, it doesn't exist anymore.
Sad.
Well, that's not even the one I'm talking
It's
about.
all boarded up.
Well, no, it's definitely dead. Nobody wants to eat a place of a Dick Robin. You know what I mean?
You know, we should
Penis
go tonight,
Robin.
honey? Where should we go? How about Cock Robin? Why don't you rob my cock?
God. Hold on, I'm looking here and trying to find. Here we go. This is it, Kevin.
Does that happen to you a lot though? Where you're like,
Kevin, I'm dropping into the document underneath Mike. Just this. There you go.
There
that
it
was
is.
it, baby. That was Cock Robin
there's
right
a lot
there.
going on there.
It's
That's a penguin.
Cute little
That's a
cock,
penguin.
I'll tell you what.
Looks like a penguin.
Looks like a penguin to me.
You're not wrong.
Looks like a
You guys are correct about that. I'm
Does
just
that
saying.
happen to you a lot though? Because the other day when Ben was here and he was like, "Come play, like let's play with the toys," and I was like, "Absolutely, let's do this." Because Roger wouldn't. He's a terrible uncle.
Terrible.
I don't even think Tim was here. Whatever. I'm not. It's not a competition, but I was winning that day. Does it occur to you ever that you're like, "Oh, I'm seeing this on the other side now"?
Oh, all the time.
That's got to be wild. Because
It's that thing where it's like I'm having those moments, and I'm still so much not like in a bad way self-involved, but like I'm still me, and I'm still doing my thing, and we're still fucking living this life, and but there's those moments where like, oh fuck, this is his childhood.
Yeah.
Like I am doing stupid things now. I was talking about this, with you today of a tortilla. Have you heard of the game tortilla?
No.
The game tortilla is that I lay on the carpet and I put a pillow on my belly and he yells tortilla and jumps on me. And it's like a full on, splash like off the top rope. And it's like those little things where it's like, oh right, like he's there's so many different things and you get so much parenting shit because the algorithm right now of like I would never feel this way, but I know Jen does of like I didn't get the laundry done today. I didn't do this. We didn't do anything. We didn't go out to the zoo. And the kids thing is we stayed at home and we played with my favorite toys and you did this and it's like, you know what I mean? Like, fuck, yeah. Like, we do all this amazing stuff. I mean, we're fucking beach people, Tommy Bahama, what up? But it's like beyond, I mean, I'm making these videos and it is like, I put up one of the close friends and family reels of him meeting Cole for the first time a year and a half ago. And then how him yesterday playing with Cole and putting his arm around and kissing him and talking to him. And Cole's like totally chill, like whatever you wanted. It's like, oh, you know what I mean?
Crazy,
it's
man.
like, it's
That's
insane to like see all that stuff happen in real time. But it's like, yeah, I've done a great job of the video games. He is on top of it. He's playing Mario. He's watching the Mario movie. We're playing Forza. You know what I mean? He's got a Proton pack. He's got the Ecto ones. Great. In and out I need to work on. Again, that needs to be the burger place. You know what I mean? Because his mom is one of these people like, the fries suck. I'm like, shut the fuck up.
We got to get him a hat, a burger,
Yeah.
milkshake. We're winning.
You're gonna get a call.
know,
But again,
You're gonna
Gott's is
win.
so good.
I get it. But like in and out.
See, this is the problem, right? Because you always want your kid to be like one thing, but you're gonna get a call one day. And Ben's 16 years old from the cops.
No.
They're gonna go,
Cops?
sir, you gotta come pick your kid up. He's eating all the chicken McNuggets from McDonald's because you never let him have them.
Oh, no,
these
yeah.
are what I want, Dad. These are what I
I'd be
want."
proud of him there too. I mean, in fact, the kid loves chicken wings.
He can't grow up in this day and age and not be like a McDonald's kid, right?
No. Why? See, I don't know. And maybe again, I'd love
It's just a staple. It's
give
like
me
the
some
go-to.
input
Yeah.
from
Always
the
gonna be
rest of the
around.
world. But I feel like I don't know. But for us in the Bay Area, like McDonald's doesn't have the same place it did for me growing up in the burbs of Chicago.
Well, that's because of
Driving.
not weird rules and laws and shit of SF, but then like essentially getting like pushed out. And like there's now a thing of like McDonald's, if it doesn't have a drive-through, it makes like something ridiculous, like 10 times less money per day.
You see, they just closed the one at Stonetown.
Stonestown done, man, which is
See
like
ya.
that's insane to me. That,
All of
like that was like
Yeah.
the McDonald's growing up for so many kids because it was closest to the majority of high schools in San Francisco. And I mean, literally was like walking distance from my high school. And yeah, for that to be gone, like that's wild. There are people that worked there up until it closed that I've seen work there since I was like 15.
Wow.
Like it's
Amazing.
crazy. They're getting
sister
relocated
worked
though,
there.
which is good. And yeah, Kevin's sister worked there at one point.
Man, I'm just used to the McDonald's by cheaper than therapy. It's like no man's land. Where if you go into there, it's like on Sutter Street by Union Square. You go in that bad boy, you're like, I'm getting into a fight.
When
I know I am.
When I got one of those at the end of COVID-ish packages from McDonald's with the jacket and all that stuff during the Egg McMuffin wars I was a part of, they put in a bunch of gift certificates and just the expiration date, way too many that I could ever possibly eat.
Oh yeah.
And there were Happy Meals in there. And I remember talking to my neighbor who has the 3 kids. And I was like, hey, we got all these things. Do you want them? And she's like, oh, yeah, we never go to McDonald's. Like, what? You know, it was like, Ben's way too young. And I was just like,
Yeah,
what?
they're not up here. I mean,
It's just-
it's for us. It was driving back. You got a long drive to school. You got a long drive to work. Whatever.
Oh,
it is.
15 minutes.
I used to hit McDonald's every once in a while, just driving back from like Irvine in college
Yeah.
to like Garden Grove. It's like 20-minute drives. Like,
Yeah.
what? I'm routing it through.
You're like, what am I
stopping
going to do?
at the
Fucking
Carl's Jr.
wait till I get home? No,
McDonald's.
thank you.
Yeah.
See, McDonald's for me, when I think of you and your son, was me and my dad going in the morning and getting McDonald's breakfast, right? You used to get that styrofoam cover.
Oh,
and you
yeah.
had the flapjacks
Whereas
in there.
definitely, you're like, this
And-
styrofoam's bad for
And
me.
Big Mike, because of his job, would know the lady behind the counter. She'd come and hand deliver it to us. We'd sit there. They had the caboose in the back, the big old
my
actual
God, the
railroad
playground.
caboose, and then the playground and the N64 and all that. And it's like they
Game
just don't
station.
have it
Dude,
like that anymore.
I
you
went on-
know? And those were memories.
I remember I went on one trip for IGN where I flew in hella early to an airport, and the only thing open was McDonald's, and I was like, "Am I about to get the McDonald's like breakfast platter? You know, with like the shitty eggs
in
and
the
the
day.
pancake?" And I did. It was so good. Sorry,
They still
we
got it.
derailed
They'll
the shit
always
out of
have
this.
Dude, is this not what the Kind of Funny podcast is about? Are you
Mike,
worried
tell
about it
Mike
right
to
now?
chill the fuck out. Then.
Mike,
Chill
you
out,
brought an
bro.
energy today.
Thanks,
all right?
homie.
You remind me of a Nick Scarpino 5 years ago before he lost to the Lister
Wow,
and didn't stand up when
That's
people would
some real
take my
shit.
chairs.
some real shit, dude.
Pizza is the next one, of course, from James
Pizza.
Davis. Obviously, I'm throwing out square pie, guys.
Wait, throw.
Friends of the show, great Detroit style pizza. honestly, again, the only pizza I crave in the city where I'm like, I need a Square Pie Guys pie. Of course, they're Extra Life donors for us. They're amazing folks. Good, but I mean, like, just the buffalo chicken pizza out of this world. Their regular pepperoni's great. The Big Von, like,
And
I
that
love
new
it.
spot.
Huh?
That new location is
the Beach
killer.
Street one. Yeah,
like I like the original one, but like if
Way
you
too
were to
hot.
recommend someone to go somewhere, that new location is like, oh, you're gonna get all of San Francisco.
Oh,
going
I
on.
mean, you have a perfect view of the Golden Gate
You
Bridge.
get Alcatraz
come on,
right
you
there.
Get it
Yeah,
all.
come on, you
that's,
gotta
that's
go.
the spot. Square Pie Guys is a fantastic answer. It is not traditional pizza.
100%.
It's square pie, and it is something different. But
Sorry.
go for it.
There's a new pizza place. I don't know if anybody's going to pick it, so I won't toss it out. Square Pie Guys, where I would send you. There's another pizza place around here we've been getting that I would like to. I'm sure someone, hopefully, maybe Kevin will talk about it.
Big Ken
But
Dog.
That's he's already showing it.
is that Toto's right there?
Yes.
Toto's.
Are you picking Toto's, Kev?
Hell yeah, I'm picking Toto's.
I don't
Toto's
think
is
it's
great.
Good
Oh, I guess
stuff.
they are San
Really
Francisco
great
based.
pizza. Really great pizza.
It's fucking good.
It's more South Bay because I think technically San Bruno is the closest one.
We'll say
but
it's
they
San-
deliver here, and that's good enough for me.
I'll tell you what, Toto's for my money is what a piece of pizza should be. Now, I don't like a lot of my choices in San Francisco if I'm being real, because Toto's I like slightly like more robust, bigger crust. You know, I don't like the New York style pizza. We got to fold it fucking 9 times. Most of shit. The bomb.
Would you say
Toto's?
it's New York style pizza though? Because I think it's a little bit thicker.
That's what I'm saying.
like,
It's a little
okay.
thicker than New York style pizza, which is why I like it. I like it to be a little bit like standalone on it. You know, it doesn't flop so much when you pick it up. I think Toto's is really, really good for delivery. If you want, you know, the experience of going to like get the piece of pizza, get a slice or whatever, Mike and I, I'm assuming you're gonna go Golden. Are you
Golden
gonna
Oh
Boy,
no, I'm
baby.
gonna go I'm gonna go Tony's.
You gonna go Tony's? I was gonna go Golden Boy.
Okay, give
Talk
me
to me
How about the Golden Boy?
yeah, hit me with Golden Boy. then I'll go
Again, I
Tony's
go
back to
for
Philly.
the like. For me, it's about like the environment you're ordering it in, and
Yes.
Golden Boy is like right off of Grant and Green, which is an awesome neighborhood in North Beach. The actual North Beach, not just strip club areas that I do comedy at, where people go, "Why the fuck are you doing comedy? We're here for the strippers." Golden Boy is really, really
You
good.
suck.
Tony's really, really good also.
Yeah, I'm a big Tony's Napolitano. I mean, this is a big deal when we talk about San Francisco and seeing the culture and experiencing, you know, these beautiful areas. North Beach Tony's is unbelievable, right? You have the big church and the park
Great
right in front of
area.
it to
That
go
park's
wait and
great.
hang out. Tony's, I mean, this guy, Tony Giovanni or whatever his last name is, this guy is a world-renowned pizza maker. He has made pizzas that have won world-famous pizza tournaments, right? And so when you go there, they have a beautiful bar, great sit-down location with a gigantic book. I mean, me and Kevin started the Kind of Funny Pizza Club where we wanted to go and do the whole book, right? And there's so many options, all these award-winning pizzas. And then the guy was brilliant enough to go, well, people just want to buy the slice. They want to
wanna
come
buy
in and out.
smart.
And so now he has Tony's coal-fired pizza
Gotta
right
have it.
next door. That's buy the
'Cause-
slice. You can walk in there, still get a high-quality pizza.
That was going to be the one thing I was going to say is it's always packed there.
Always.
You walked
packed.
by, and I don't know if they take reservations, but if you're going to go to Tony's, and they do, get a reservation, because last couple times I went there, I was like, this is chaos.
Yeah, pizza's so tough. The older I get, the more I realize that my taste in pizza is just so off from majority of people that I ever hear from. And that's people around me like you guys, but then also just hearing from the internet of like how much they revere this New York style pizza. That I'm with Nick. I ain't trying to fucking have to fold my thing four
Fuck am I
ways.
doing? What is it, a bill and put in my wallet?
Yeah, just to get some taste out of this thing. It's like, no. I want some substance. I like thick crust. I like that pan type of pizza. And for some reason, people are just allergic to doing that, or they go way too much and make it a lasagna. And I'm not trying to. I love that too, but like that's a different type of thing for me. And then there's the fancy pizza shit, where it's like, is it a pizza or is it a flatbread? Whatever the fuck we're talking about. I've learned to appreciate that to an extent. There's this place called Damn Fine Pizza.
Ooh, Damn Fine's good.
Really damn good. Another one out in the sunset. Definitely
aptly named.
Yep. One of me and G's go-tos now. I'd say we're there monthly at the very least. Their pizza's fantastic. They have a whole bunch of different flavors. They switch it up all the time. And it's another one that has great sides, like amazing like pesto ravioli, and just like it's the type of place that you can get one pizza and like one or two apps and share it, and you're gonna have an amazing meal. But I would never recommend it of like, oh, it's a pizza place to go to Damn Fine Pizza. No, because that's not what you expect when you get pizza. Although it is a pizza, straight up. But I don't know. To me, pizza is round table pizza, and I don't know why no one makes them like that.
I love round
The last honest pizza.
It's the last fucking honest pizza, man.
No Toto's though.
Really.
Good call. Toto's
Toto's
a little
cool.
bit better. A lot better.
I agree.
Mike, answer James when he says sushi.
You know, sushi's a tough one because I've only gone to a couple of sushi spots out here. I am very particular about my sushi. I like naked fish sushi up in Tahoe because they have the one roll that I prefer, right? And so I have a sushi
What's
spot.
the one roll you like?
It's called the sunburn roll. I prefer my tempura fried rolls, and they have a nice chipotle mayo across the top of this one that gives a good spice. I like the crunch, and so that's what I'm always looking for. But there's a spot out in Pacifica, so I actually, when we go down this list, I've given some more Pacifica spots because I think the cool part about San Francisco, and we talk about the Bay Area, right? I think a lot of us think about the Bay, and you see that, downtown area, but you don't think about the ocean and the coastline and all that it has to offer. And Pacifica is so close by. There's a sushi spot out there. I don't know what the name of it is, but it's over by the Rockaway Hotel, which you'll see probably right in the middle by before the Taco Bell. And this sushi spot right off the side of the road, you don't see it at all, but you pull up, it's the best. This is a good sushi spot, cute little date spot as well. Very minimal people ever in there. You can walk down to the beach right over by the big hotel. This is it right there. That's the spot.
Hot.
What is that called, Kevin?
Go Sushi.
Go Sushi. Yep.
Go sushi.
That looks good. That looks good.
I have two
Shout out
minds.
to Tomo, though.
Tomo.
Back when you used to go to the movie theater.
So here's the thing, Kevin. I'm of two minds when it comes to sushi. Right? Of course, someone says sushi. You're like, you want to turn your fucking mustache up.
That's how it
You
goes.
wanna
I'm
twirl
twirling
it.
it like I'm going to put a damsel in distress on
And you want to give someone the a Kiko's or like the best sushi restaurant, the Michelin star sushi, because you don't want people to think you're basic as shit. But if I'm being real, most of the when I go to sushi, it's more about volume for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just want.
shooter.
He's got a great point.
That-
there.
So Tomo was always so fun to go to because I'm like, we're
Hilarious.
just gonna order like 40 rolls, and I'm gonna eat so much
Dude,
that
the
I'm about to
fireman
throw up,
roll's
and then we're
so
gonna
good.
go get some popcorn. I will say, as far as good sushi restaurants in San Francisco, I just went to a place called Kuma, which is kind of. This is the one on Valencia. There's one. Actually, this one's probably the better one to go to. There's one over kind of close to the Tenderloin that's really
Geary,
small.
right?
Yeah, it's like geary and
Shit's hella
polkish, and it's very, very, very small. It's very, very intimate. It's a cool little date spot if you want to take someone. More often than not, you're gonna end up sitting at the bar because there's only like 3 or 4 tables there. But I've been twice, and it's been really, really good. That's the one I'm thinking of right there. So I don't know if that's where that's at, but it's really, really good.
I like that.
I imagine, to James's question, I probably picked the same one back in the day, but Ebisu over, 9th and Irving. Just a great sushi restaurant that's been there forever. It is the more twirl your mustache.
But what I like about it is I feel like it's not fully there. Like
Sure,
I
it's not.
feel
You're not going to spend $300.
yeah. Like Ebisu. What's great about Ebisu is it is like I would say 8.5 out of 10 in terms of fanciness bullshit. 10 out of 10 in terms of the quality of food.
Yeah.
But what's amazing about it is it's 2 doors down from Kiki's.
Yeah.
Kiki's a Miyazaki themed.
No way. Is that what that is?
Oh yeah, like Kiki's delivery
I had
service.
no
and
idea
all
that. I
stuff.
had
Not
no
from
idea that was
software.
what that was.
Miyazaki. Sorry, Mike.
Sorry, buddy.
All right.
Well, I did go
but
for a second,
for
so
all
No
like
retreat-
Totoro
no
and all that
retreat
stuff.
shit.
So like the entire place is kind of themed after that. So like the
It's got
doors
the
slanted,
slanted door,
and all that
right?
stuff.
Yeah.
And it's like they're broke boys. So it's like it's themed in the most light way possible. Yeah, like the windows a little crooked. You know what I mean? But they're 2 doors down, and it's just I think such a great dichotomy of the different type of like classic SF sushi experiences. And if Ebisu is overflowing and too
That's
busy
the
to get
fucking
into,
point, dude.
you go into Kiki's.
Where it's like Kiki's always has room. So you go to Ebisu and they're like, the wait's gonna be an hour. You're like, I'll go to Kiki's, and you walk down there, you do that thing.
That's
Or you go to
hilarious.
and there are a million restaurants that are all great around that place. Tim, did you give a full pick?
I haven't yet, but I do have a full pick. And this is probably the one that I stand by most out of anything I've said today, period. How highly I speak of Volcano Curry in terms of like, good Lord, this is the epitome of what I want this experience to be for me. Nara Sushi on Haight Street. We've been there before.
Yes,
it?
we
Where- is it
have.
upper
That
Haight
place
or
is
lower
great.
Haight?
Well, you weren't at the welcome event, but it was like 2 doors down from the welcome event.
thanks,
It's,
man.
It's
Broke
like-
the
kind of
heart.
near Wing Wings.
Broke
It's
It's a
the
great
heart.
time.
It's like I don't know what upper and lower is. I'm bad at that, but I want to say
Anything past
lower.
like
It's
than-
lower, yeah, because
Yeah.
it's getting closer to
to
market.
downtown. Yeah. So lower, but Nara Sushi. There's 2 spots for it. That wasn't it. There's 2 spots for Nara. One I think is on Polk, and then one is on Haight. They're both great. They have different menus, which I think is fun because it's like just slightly different menus. But their rolls are all are fantastic. It is so good. It's a place that I would recommend anybody, date night or otherwise. It is a standard for me and G now. Anytime we're hitting up friends that we're trying to catch up with, like with Greg and Jen, we're like, hey, let's do a little double date. We took you guys here. Like I love this spot. The rolls are so.
I've walked by this so many times.
Dude.
By the Swan Oyster Depot on around Polk. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking. I know exactly what that place
You
is.
should check it out, man.
We'll do that next time.
It's incredible. Every roll is good. Like it's the type of place that every time we go, we end up just getting something different just to try. And like we haven't had something we don't like.
Hell yeah.
They have the Big Boss roll.
Yeah,
which is fun.
Don't even start.
They have the Spider-Man roll. They come up with their names are pretty fun and cool. But yeah, the experience is fantastic, and it's it's on the pricier side, but they're not hoity-toity. It's just it is a little nicer, but the quality is there.
Sushi in general, you're gonna pay a lot of money for, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
You probably don't want your raw fish to be cheap.
Exactly.
That's the truth.
Let's make it look.
Yeah,
let's
but
make
no,
it
Let's go.
Nara though. James, go to Nara.
To brunch. What do you got?
Oh, brunch is my favorite, bro. And if you're in San Francisco, you have to go to Sweet Maple for brunch.
Okay.
That is the happening spot. It is hip, it's young, it's lively, and it's delicious. They have a concept kitchen inside of there where they're trying new fun ideas for
Where is
breakfast
it?
and lunch.
There's one
Man,
in Pack Heights.
yeah.
I saw Santa
that's the
Monica,
one that-
Palo Alto.
Oh yeah, they have a bunch of they have different locations, but the one that I go to is
Fillmore.
I think Fillmore
Yeah,
is
it's
right.
like Jazz District, like Pack Heights-ish.
Yeah, this place is, there's going to be a line out the door. So you better either come early or you come very late. But this place is worth the wait. Sweet Maple, also known for their Millionaire's Bacon.
real
Millionaire
deal,
Bacon.
We've been there.
And, oh, yeah,
No.
you guys have, oh,
I don't
really?
think.
I think you guys have
I'll
been
bring that
here.
up for
This
my
is a
spot.
must stop in San Francisco. So you have your different selections of their Millionaire's Bacon, which is very, very good. But on top of that, I mean, the breakfast, the options are endless and unbelievable. Like I said, the concept kitchen that they're doing, last time I went with roommate Katie, she got this. They took out those cup of noodles and they put it across some sort of crazy
That was the
omelet or
first
something
photo. Yeah,
crazy.
there it is, there
right
it is.
there. And it was one of the craziest ideas I've ever seen for a breakfast item. And it was fun and delicious.
Let me jump off of this because Sweet Maple, utterly fantastic.
Gotta
Everything
have.
about this place is good. First place I ever had the Millionaire's Bacon, and it is worth it. If you ever see a place that has this, you gotta spring for it. It is so damn good.
I went to a place that used to have it and then had to stop calling it because I assume these people have the copyright on
so
it.
what's interesting is there must be some connection between Sweet Maple, which I've only been to twice in my life because of how busy it is and because of how hard of
It's crazy.
parking and all that stuff is just not going to happen. Kev, I think it was you that put me on.
Cerise?
Yeah.
Oh,
My answer is without a doubt Surasai.
Gear to the Square.
Yes.
All right.
So
I've been
that's where
there.
we went.
Okay.
So and they have the same thing. They have Millionaire's Bacon, and they are the ones that what you just saw, the ramen being poured. It's called Pimped Up Ramyum.
Okay.
Oh man, they
Watch
just
out.
take your standard run of the mill top ramen, but they pimp it out and they make it so freaking good. That place, by far, my favorite brunch spot in the city, and it's great because it's near Ghirardelli Square and Pier 39, and you get all the touristy shit. But also, it is not hard to get in. You can't just show up. You need to go and get on the list, but their radius on Yelp to be able to put your name on the list is so wide that you're able to, like, on the drive over, put your name down, and then you're going to be totally fine. It's
good.
so good.
I like that.
What I put down was Shoreline Cafe. This is my first pick, not in San Francisco.
Oh, okay.
This is back
Nice.
to being a beach person. You're going up to Stinson. You're going up to Muir Woods. Up in Marin, there's this place, Shoreline Cafe, right off of there. They have a thing called the El Gringo Burrito, and I fucking love it. On top of that, Kevin, can you click on their overall profile here on Instagram?
Enjoy the beach. You're a beach person. That's the
I'm a
way
beach
it's-
guy. We're a beach family.
Sorry,
If-
where do you want me to click?
click on to their overall profile. They have hash browns that are normal, and then they have hash browns that are covered in cheddar cheese and jalapenos. Keep scrolling, Kev. I'll call
it's
it out.
looking pretty
There it
good.
is, right there. Go
Where
up
is it?
one.
Where is it?
This
Up
is
one?
with some other stuff, but you see that
one?
basically looking of a burrito. I can't see what you're clicking on.
I
but
don't know where we're going.
See the giant orange thing with jalapenos on it? That's the one. Dude, those fucking god damn.
That
Are
looks
you kidding
good.
me? Like that is like
really good.
that is fucking great. Great people too. A lot of people. Shout out to Esmeralda, the waitress there. She's
I know many
fantastic.
waitresses.
Shout out.
When we want to get Ben excited, and we're going on that trip. We're like, you want to go see Esmeralda? And he's usually like, yeah. And then She's great with him.
Love it.
That's what Andy says to me when I want to see the Spices Lady.
Oh, of course.
You want to get in the car or to see the Spices Lady?
Wait.
Tim, what do you pick for brunch? Or is that
I did.
it's
Surasam.
your fish one?
It's
You
Surasam.
didn't write it in, so it fucked me up.
Oh, okay, that's
Yeah,
good. That's
sorry.
good.
Nick?
Thanks,
It's
Nick.
not brunching. You kidding me?
Nick sucks.
can't
Kevin, this is you,
imagine
Chloe's.
Nick is
Shout
going.
out.
Nick, you ever
Close.
eaten brunch in your life?
Not a brunch guy. Now, I'm surprised you picked this, Kevin, because I was hoping
that?
you would come through and we would give a shot to Lucho's. We love Lucho's over on Ocean Avenue. Lucho's is amazing.
Yeah.
Lucho himself, amazing. If you listen to Greg Way, you know how much I love Lucho's. He turned my day
Shout out
around
to
the other
Lucho's,
day.
man.
Yeah.
I like that.
I mean, Lucho's is phenomenal, and like we've talked about Lucho's for a long time. This is an update though. Like Chloe's is where
Fair.
we've been going because it's
Fair.
right next to Upper Douglas.
Love
Great
where your
dog
head's at.
park. They've got an outdoor section. We can hang out with the dogs next to us. Yeah,
That's good.
Good
When,
stuff.
when I did go to brunch, I used to love going to the Grove, but I don't.
Ah, the Grove was hot.
I don't know. If,
yeah.
I think they had like one left in the city. The one in Pack Heights I used to go to all the
I
time.
think there's more.
They
Actually.
still
one by
got
the
the one.
Metreon.
They still
I
got the
feel
one
like
by the W.
Yeah, it's turned.
That's
I
one
think
of
it's
them
gotten a
that's
little
not-
bit like.
Has it gone lower?
Yeah, now it feels a little chainy. a bit.
Okay, because I
Yeah.
remember there used to be the Grove that I used to go to in Pack Heights all the time because D used to live over there. And so we'd go get the breakfast burrito there. And that was always like the coolest thing. I was like, we're at brunch, we're at a cool brunch in Pack Heights. And then 40 of them sprung up. And I was like,
Hey,
not that
this is
cool.
the only one in the city.
No shit, really?
yeah, that's the one.
They
that,
closed the one over
cool.
by Civic Center?
I don't know.
uh,
Yes. When I
I
googled
think
it, it was the only one.
Which one is this one?
This is your Bueno. This is the one by
Yeah.
the W. This is the one I went to all the time. When it
cool
was
it
that
is.
thing of
Look how cool that is right
when I got
there.
married, I put everybody up in the W, and we went over and did breakfast there.
Nice.
Okay.
RIP.
Speaking of RIP, our final two categories I want to combine when we go through it that way. All right.
Go fast.
But date spots and bar/cocktail. I'm combining them because to me they're not the same place, but they work in tandem.
Hand in hand.
So I actually want to go and start with date spots. This sucks, and I realize it's whatever, but it's my show. I'm hosting. Mike
Whatever
took
you
my
want.
chair, but he can do whatever. I want to say rest in peace to Monsieur Benjamin. I doubt it made the list in 2017 back then. It's somewhere I was telling you had to go. Monsieur Benjamin, a French restaurant that is just closed. Like last month, me and Jen went. You can go find my story or whatever, or my photo of it. We went on what? Like I think the week before. They got that amazing tartare Kevin scrolled past up there. We had that dessert down there with the balls and the thing right there in the center with that woman's hand. Their steak tartare, so fucking good. Their steak frites, so fucking good. They see this lobster dish that Jen loved. Like, this is not the reason Ben is named Ben, but it's not the reason. Where it's like Jen and I did a whole exercise where we took this giant sheet of brown paper, which we still have at home, and did the bubbles brainstorm, like, family names, video game things Greg gives a shit about, Ghostbusters, and like you did, you then wrote the names off of it, and it was like, no, cross this out, do this thing, and like, and I was like, Spider-Man, Uncle Ben, right? You know what I mean? Restaurants we both love, Monsieur Benjamin. One of Jen's was like names that sound good in English and French, right? Where Benjamin, of course, but Benjamin, like it's like there's like a French version of that. It isn't like super like Greg. You know what I mean? Like, there's a thing to it. You know what I mean? Like there was a bunch of other things that
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
we went through and like what names are popping up multiple places in multiple things. And so
I
like
that.
Ben is in there in a way because of that restaurant. And it was because we had so many great dates there throughout the years. And then of course, even like, when Jen's mom, rest her soul, came out like, 2 weeks after Ben was born. That was our first date. We went out after the fact and they made a little card and they did this stuff. Like it was not Michelin star. It was not fine dining, but it felt like it was. And it didn't cost like it was, which I loved about Monsieur Benjamin. And then the cocktail bar I would toss in that I would pair perfectly with it is Starlight. Starlight down off Union Square. You follow him on Instagram because I went and pulled this.
Oh, the rooftop bar.
Jen-
I haven't been there yet.
Oh, dude.
yeah.
I thought you followed it because I texted you. Jen took me there for a date 2-3 months ago or whatever.
They must have just opened.
And it did. It was fucking awesome. Amazing views of the city, great vibe, amazing drinks, great little cocktail bites. Like you're not getting your meal there, but it was like you go there, you're on Union Square, great views, fantastic. Can't recommend it enough.
Love that.
Write it down.
Mike,
I'm gonna hit you with a day because we're combining things. And I had a couple of things I want to throw out there. So I'm going to give you the perfect date day. We're going to start off early morning / afternoon over at Marina Greens. Ooh. We're going to take a beautiful walk across that park because when you are looking at that Golden Gate Bridge, that is the moment where you're in awe of San Francisco and what really the Bay is all about. Then we're going to hop in the Uber. We're going to go over to 21st Amendment. We're going to get some nice watermelon beers. We're going to get a little appetizer because guess what, Tim? We're walking right down the street to the ballpark.
Love that.
Oracle Park is the most stunning baseball diamond in all of the nation. It is the only spot where you're going to have a view that's going to just be beautiful day and night. And catching a ball game at Oracle Park is something everyone should do.
Look at fucking Dodger Stadium.
Come on.
Fucking parking
You
lot.
wish.
It's all parking lot.
This is amazing. And then we're going to end the night by going to Mitchell's. Mitchell's ice cream is what Kevin put me on. And Mitchell's has the best ice cream that I've ever had. And guess what? We're getting that to go because I'm putting you in the car and we're driving up the hill. And we're going to Twin Peaks. And we're going to overlook the entire city from the Bay, or from the Golden Gate Bridge to the Bay Bridge to the South Bay Peninsula. You can see everything in almost a 360-degree circle.
Dude.
It's
a 3-bridge view.
It's
only 2 matters.
That's what Kevin says. A 3-bridge view, y'all. And I mean,
unreal. I didn't know that.
Oh yeah.
That's
Nick
crazy.
talks about seeing Market Street and seeing Market at night with the lights
the straight line down.
And it's this giant grid across the city, going all the way down to the ferry building, over to the Bay Bridge and the Golden Gate Bridge. Like, there is your day. Go kick ass and have some fun because it's awesome. I get chills thinking about it.
From the live chat, DJ Mayer says, "Man, I want to go on a date with Mike right now, huh?" And then Olive Purdy says, "How is this man?"
Call me up. I'm alone. Very lonely.
So alone.
Nick, date and cocktail bar.
I will throw out a few options for everyone if you want a fun date. And a slightly more bougie restaurant, Seven Hills over in Russian Hill is very, very good. If you want to go down the hill after that and see something fun and good cocktails and fun vibe, you can go to the Palace Theater over in underneath China Live. That's where I do comedy sometimes. A place called the Speakeasy.
Right, you just want people to go to your fucking comedy.
It's
show.
honestly,
I've been there. I took a date there.
It's crazy,
How'd
but
that go?
it's a great.
She loved it.
It's a really,
time.
really cool, unique spot that is a speakeasy. It's underground. It's like fun. It's a great vibe. Good cocktails. We do a great show there. That's actually coming back next weekend, Friday and Saturday. Check that out. I'm throwing it out there. After that, if you want to stop by for another cocktail, you can go to Peacekeeper, or if you want to go back up the road over to Harper and Rye. Harper and Rye is a phenomenal.
Harper and Rye is great.
They're both owned by the same person who's a friend of mine. Harper and Rye, Peacekeeper. This was great. It's a great vibe. It's got like good light during the day too. Harper and Rye on the other side of town. Finish off cocktail Harper Rye. Walk down the street to Bob's Donuts to seal the deal with a donut. It's a freshly baked donut at like 2:00 in the morning. So good. Harper
Put it
Rye's
on your
badass.
cock, Robin. You know what I mean? Yeah. Tim, what do you got?
So I got to lie here. It's similar to Mike, but in a different way. I've been now with somebody for 10 years. So
Oh
what
my
a
God.
date looks like has changed over time.
Sure.
And there's different variations
Now it's
to
Donald Duck in it.
to all 100%.
That's the best life right
A lot
there.
of Donald Duck in it. But I want to give a shout out to the tried and true Chez Maman, which is a couple doors down from Monsieur Benjamin. It is an incredible burger and incredible mussels. And one of you gets a burger, one of you gets the mussels. You split that burger in half, dip the burger into
mussel
the
juice.
mussel
God
juice.
damn, Tim.
Oh man,
Fuck me up with some
it's a
butter.
good time, and I would say that is like it's a nicer date, not the nicest, but like it is a little pricier. It's on Hayes Street, which is I would say like the most up and coming popping
Great
off
area.
area San
Great
Francisco
area.
has. If you're only in SF for like one weekend, I would recommend you go to Hayes Street. Like just start there.
Hayes Valley.
Dangerous. Oh yeah, Hayes Valley. Thank you.
Hayes Valley.
There's a couple the more sketchy areas around it, but even then,
That'd be
getting
fine.
safer and safer by the day. And it is beautiful. It's amazing. I'd highly recommend that. There's a series of restaurants across San Francisco called that are Burma something. So Burma Superstar, Burma Love, Burma Kitchen. And it's just Burmese food. It is
been
to
there. Never
die
been to those.
for. They're all incredible, like just variations on a theme, and they're so damn good in all the different parts of SF. So you're either in the kind of west suburb area here that Kevin has, but then there's also one downtown. They're all equally good, incredible stuff. And their coconut rice is like absolutely insane. Then two very different things is I would say me and G's like normal date spot that over the years has kind of just turned into a weird tradition accidentally.
That faux place, she puked all over.
No. We had fun yesterday. Not at that place.
Never go back. So funny.
No.
So
This
funny.
place, I've talked about it before. It's called Beach Chalet.
Oh,
Beach Chalet, sure.
It's actually
Classic.
on Ocean Beach, which is like the main beach of San Francisco. It shouldn't be. It's definitely the least cool. Like Baker Beach is where you see Golden Gate Bridge and it's awesome, but Ocean Beach is like there's nothing past it. This is the end of the world type shit. But what's cool about Beach Chalet is it is worth going to because it's the only restaurant that is actually on the beach. It's technically across the street from the beach, but it's like it's the furthest you're going to get out there. And it's two restaurants in one. Beach Chalet is on the top floor, and then Park Chalet is on the bottom floor. They face different ways. One's facing Ocean Beach, one's facing Golden Gate Park. So you can kind of get different vibes. It's a great spot for dinner, for brunch, for anything. It's become an accidental tradition for me and G to go there on the 4th of July. And we get to see the fireworks and stuff. We just randomly were there one year and we're like, oh, this is fun. So anytime there's fireworks or like New Year's or 4th of July, we just go just to like see. It's foggy 90% of the time, so you don't see it. But like there's bonfires and people throwing up fireworks and stuff, and it's fun. It's nice. They do a lot of specials. I'm a big specials guy. I like to see like changing up the menu.
Love a special.
So that's fun. But the crazy answer that I want to give is this new restaurant that just opened like a month and a half ago. And I could not recommend it to anybody that doesn't want to just spend insane amounts of money.
Good.
But my friends for my wedding were like, hey, I want to take you out. Let's do something nice. And we ended up at the spot. They didn't expect to spend as much as they did.
Suckers.
I ended up having I was
Fuck
like,
you, Curran.
yeah, it was Curran. And I'm like, I'm paying my half because it was pretty goddamn insane. I'm not going to say it was worth the price, but I am going to say the experience was unrivaled, and it felt like something that is very un-San Francisco in terms of like the performance and spectacle of it all, but very San Francisco in terms of the views and quality of the food. It's called Shoto Mate.
Never heard of it.
Which means something in Japanese that I don't know. I don't remember what it was, but I'm sure we can easily look that up. Here's the weird thing, the cool thing about it. Peruvian Japanese fusion.
I mean, it makes perfect sense.
It is a restaurant, a rooftop
so good.
restaurant where the entire lining of the roof is bars that you can go to with amazing cocktails that are all Japanese Peruvian mixed themes. So Kevin, the pisco sours, but like with yozu and stuff. It's oh my god, incredible.
Is this your Buena too?
This is downtown area. Yeah, a couple blocks from Yerba Buena, near Union Square, I would say. Very hard to get in at this point. It's one of those like, ooh, we're fancy and exclusive shit. But it is one of those Instagram ass, like, holy shit, famous people go here. Like, this will be on a Real Housewives show type stuff. Like, it was extraordinary.
And the food was great.
The food it's so next level. But this is legitimately like the priciest thing I've ever experienced, to the point that I thought they were fucking with us. Like, it was unacceptable. But, you know, so if it's like the most special event of your life, I would highly recommend it because it is amazing, man. Every single dish we had was great. A lot of it's shareable, so you go with the group and like you'll have a good time, but you're all gonna spend a lot of money. Their crispy sushi was like unreal, and their cocktails were through the roof.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
James Davis.
Real
Thank
quick,
you.
Greg, let me just say mine. Fino Italian restaurant near Union Square.
Oh,
Phenomenal.
you went there recently with Paula, right?
Yeah, we go all the time. I love it so
yeah.
much. And then you go and get drinks afterwards at Top of the Mark.
Oh,
Best
Top of the Mark.
Best view of the city. It's not like it's off. Like, it's not in the middle of downtown.
Yeah.
So you get a view of downtown and everything. And it's just absolutely gorgeous. Really solid cocktails. That was it.
I might recommend
Fantastic
also,
pick.
once you've eaten at Fino, take an Uber up to Top of the Mark, because that's a steep hill.
Yeah.
Real
100%.
steep.
Yeah.
That's like
real
the
steep.
kind they
Pro
build
tip.
steps into.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, this has been another episode of the Kind of Funny podcast. Remember that each and every week, 4, sometimes 3 best friends gather on this table, coming to talk about whatever it is they want to talk about. If you want to command that conversation, write in for free at kindoffunny.com/KF podcast. And if you want to watch live, get that Kind of Funny membership. With the Kind of Funny membership, of course, you get each and every episode ad-free. You get the ability to watch the afternoon podcast live as we record them. So if you're like Langley M. Neely and you're done haunting people's dreams, you can come watch this show before you set off with your top hat to go steal souls in the middle of the night and put them into your belt. You know what I mean? A bunch of kids got to fight you in the sewer.
It all floats down here.
Thank you. You also get the Greg way each and every day. But I digress. No big deal. No bucks. No. Damn it, I fucked it up. You got no bucks. No big deal. Toss it our way. YouTube.com/kindoffunnygames. And of course, podcast services around the globe each and every Tuesday. Usually. We'll try to tell you if it's going to be different. But usually it's not. For now, we'll bid you adieu and say, until next time, it's been our pleasure to serve you.